Welcome in, everybody. This is Doors to Divinity, Chapter 4, Episode 11. In last episode, Episode 10, we followed the main party, which also ended up down in the mega dungeon below Paradise Bay. They ended up completing their 5 fights in the Colosseum to fulfill V's, punishment for having jumped into the arena uninvited. And then they stumbled their way through the underground entrance and fell through the floor. In this group's last session, they also came down into the mega dungeon below Paradise Bay. They were with Lice, Syl, and Ithel. They discovered a colony of azure mushrooms, which are intelligent species, and also the way to unlock level 9 spell slots. They were currently being sacrificing their elderly members to the kobold faction, which lives to the north, known as the Oathbloods. They have now engaged with the kobolds, and they're in mid-battle on round 3. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, it goes to Syl to start first at the beginning of the rounds. We'll get started. All right. So Syl is going to move 30 feet here. And he's going to use his short bow. He gets to do it twice, so 24 to hit, which is going to hit. And he's dealing 7 piercing damage to number 5. And then this creature here also needs to roll a Constitution saving throw for the poison. And it fails, so he is going to take 86 poison damage. And this guy is dead. Okay, that was Syl's turn. It then goes to Pip.
Alright. Alright, here I go. Gonna first attack with my short sword.
Welcome in, Turtle.
To number 12.
Okay.
Does it 12 hit?
Number 12, that misses.
That misses? Okay.
You would also... Oh, yeah,
So,
short sword. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. 14.
14 also misses.
Oof. Alrighty.
Eek.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Okay.
Of second wind.
Nice.
Deal 14.
Nice.
I'm gonna use action surge also. Oh wait, I can't. Sorry, never mind. I can't do that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move up right up here,
Okay.
and that'll be my move.
All right, it goes to Lice next. Lice is going to move 30 feet here. He is going to dash to get the flank on number 6. That's his turn. Goes to Ithel next.
Oh, shit. Didn't mean to move that.
Ithel is going to 5, 10 here to number 12. Actually, no, he's going to stay back and use his longbow to hit. Since he gets the +9, this would be a total of 10. That's going to miss. He does make 2 attacks. That's 19 to hit, which hits, and he gets 1d8 +7. All right, so it's 12 damage on this guy. All right, that's his turn, and then it goes down to the kobold wizard. Gotta change the music. We need battle music. There we go. What is this guy going to do? He's going to turn to Lice and cast Hold Person at 2nd level. All right, so he's got to make a wisdom saving throw. He passes. Very nice. Nothing happens. Kobold's turn next. It moves 5 feet forward. It's going to take a shot at Phungji with the sling. An 11 to hit. Bounces off the wall and skitters across the rock. Nothing happens. The next one goes. He's going to do the same thing towards Litz with the sling. An 18 to hit, which smacks you in the shoulder. It's a pretty sharp stabbing pain. 5 bludgeoning damage. The kobold witch is next.
Was that for me, by the way?
That was 5 bludgeoning damage to Phungji.
Oh, okay. I have a question for Jamie.
Sure.
Does the DM inspirations per session or like in the same scene?
If you still
yeah.
have it, you can use it.
Oh, okay. No, I just forgot about it when it was my turn when I filled both turns.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Well,
I was just asking.
yeah, for sure. It carries over if you still have it. I think
Okay.
there's a spot you can mark it on your sheet. I added like an extension for that.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, Eldritch Blast. It's going to be 2 toward Pip. A nat 1 and a 21 to hits. The second beam deals 10 force damage. That is its turn. The Swift Blade goes for Pip next. Using the scimitar, makes 2 attacks. Only one of them hits. And deals a total of 13 damage. That's 7 slashing and 6 poison. Sandy Martell. Welcome in,
It's not looking
Ika.
so good, guys.
Welcome in, Istrad.
Sorry, should I be subtracting the health myself?
Yes.
Okay, so I've only taken 5 damage. Pretty sure.
Yep.
Pip, how you doing?
I'm not looking so good, but I forgot that I could use action surge when I wanted to do it. I'm like, why can't I do it? My brain's not working right now, but I'll be there.
They're still up, so that's good.
Yeah.
So from behind this pillar, Sandy is gonna peek out and look in her hands and just throw her pen at number 6.
Okay.
And since she was hiding, is that a sneak attack?
Let's see. Were you stealth previously? I believe you were, because you'd been stealthing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can have advantage on it.
I meant with like the sneak attack addition damage.
Oh, yeah. Well, as long as you have advantage, and if somebody's standing next to number 6, you get advantage for it too. So you have multiple sources of that.
Okay. Trying to remember how to roll advantage. Or just roll it twice.
Let's see. You're talking about your sneak attack because you're for rogue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sneak attack triggers when you have 2 different things happening here. The stealth, you get to roll advantage on your hit. So when you roll the dice, it'll just say advantage or disadvantage, and you can click on the green one. And then you get the sneak attack because you have the advantage from stealth, but you also have it from an adjacent ally next to the enemy you're targeting.
Okay.
Sweet. So far, so good. 15. Let's see if you get okay, still hits. So then you roll your d4 plus 4 and add your sneak attack in there. You can even toggle it, I believe. There's like a toggle effect. I haven't used it myself, but something to look at.
Crap. How do I add that to it?
Yeah, do you see under... You see your skills, and then you see your proficiencies in languages, and then you've got your cunning action, uncanny dodge. There's a toggle effect called sneak attack. You can click that button, and then it'll add your dice.
Oh, gotcha. Thank
It's
you.
fancy. Holy cannoli. 20 piercing damage. Let's go.
Keep
So
throwing
I
that
guess the
pen.
pen sticks.
The pin sticks right in his neck. You see a spurt of blood come out as he goes, what have you done? And he rips the pin out and he's clutching it and he tosses it on the ground and looks towards Lice.
She's gonna freak out and bonus action hide behind the pillar again.
It is an... Oh yeah, you can bonus action hide. That's true. Okay, roll stealth. A 16. I am going to say that this is an active roll, so it won't go against his passive. He does not have a skill for it, so it's only a +2. You are hidden. Where did it come from? Vile creatures. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Phungji.
Yes. Trying to figure. I want to use Thorn Whip on. 12, number 12, the kobold assassin.
Okay.
Okay. But is my Thorn Whip as a cantrip? Is it a bonus action or just still a regular action?
It is an action. As far as I know, I could go look for you, but
Do I have
Yeah.
any bonus actions? How do I know that?
it'll say BA next to the time on the time column.
I don't have any of those.
Typically, you only can cast one spell on a turn anyway, unless you're like was it sorcerer with, and you can, I think it's something where they can do a bonus action cantrip and a spell.
Okay, gotcha. Then instead, I'm going to, if I run over to Pip, can I heal him with Cure Wounds?
Yeah.
If I make it to here,
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna
did move
cast
the
Cure-
circle a little bit back because I think it moved too far north. I think it was about here before. Otherwise, you have to roll for your thorns.
No, it shouldn't have been that far in. I don't
Yeah.
think. I'm pretty sure. Might have even been like down more actually, but I forget.
Yeah, it was down more.
It was right. I feel like I wouldn't have put it so.
I think it was like around. It was around right here.
It was a
Sleep
little
so
bit
good.
higher because I know I couldn't get around the bottom of the pillar.
Yeah, I think it was like that as well. Yeah, I think it
These
was that
guys
as well.
like
Since
this
the kobolds could go around it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
There you
like
go.
in this case, yeah.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Pip.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, first level, second, third. I'm gonna do a second level cast.
Cure all the wounds.
There's you see that 2d8 plus 3 down
Yeah,
there?
click that.
Yeah, you click that.
Sweet. Oh my god. Mulligan?
Oof. Well, got something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, sure.
Something.
As a heads up, it's really good for bringing people back up so that to save them from having to roll death saving throws. Not so great to heal their complete HP.
I didn't realize that. My bad.
You're good. Just as like a DM tip.
I didn't realize
This is
that. I
how
didn't
we
know
learn.
this was like a permanent, like no. Is there like a down state that happens?
There is, yeah. Then you have to roll 3 times, and if you fail 3 times before you succeed 3 times, you're dead permanently.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, shit. I think that's all I can do then.
Okay.
Or
It
can I
goes to
try to?
Syl.
Right now, I'm in the fray. Forget it. I'm in there fighting.
Syl is going to target the Swift Blade. He is going to... I forgot I could use sneak attack on him too. I should have done that earlier. He hits the first hit. He is going to use his sneak attack. So it's going to be 6 piercing, 25 poison.
Oof.
Whoa.
But they don't take poison, do they?
This guy can be affected by poison.
Uh,
And then an additional 6. So he's dead. He also had sneak damage to roll, but he's not
awesome
going to.
damage.
So here's his sneak damage. Actually, I'm not going to do that because he
Holy
only can
crap.
do it. He only does it once per turn. So I'm going to re-roll that, and I'm going to attack number 6 because he still has an attack. 26 to hit. 10. This is going to be, I forgot to roll the con save previously. He fails it, and then he adds his sneak attack. This is once per turn. All right, so he had
Oh
10,
my
40, 53, which kills the wizard. Roll an insight check on Syl.
gosh.
Everyone?
Yep.
Oh shit.
I'm assuming Sandy's like peeking around the corner, maybe. So
Yeah. She might have missed it.
looks like you missed it this time, but Phungji, you notice just like a devious grin emerge on Syl's face. This is all too easy for him, and he seems far skilled, like very skilled at what he does. It's concerning, and your initial assumptions about Syl being dangerous were correct. You're just kind of further feeling that way about him. It goes to Pip next.
All right. Oof. I'm hurt. I'm going to
Be brave.
hide behind this pillar.
Okay. You have full cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my healing
Well,
potion, the
3/4,
one that I
I guess.
crafted.
Okay.
The one that I crafted a while ago. So
It is 3/4, by the way, because I think they can get the angle on you just slightly from that position.
okay. I'll hide it again once I'm done. So 2d4, another 6.
Okay.
All right, and
If-
then
If you wanted full cover, we could say you could go here. Then they wouldn't be able to hit you at all.
yeah, what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna come back out a little bit to peek,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use accident surge with my light crossbow
Okay.
on number 10.
Okay. Number 10.
17.
That hits. It lands right in his heart. Roll damage. And it
6
is
piercing
enough
damage.
to kill him. He's dead on the floor.
All right. I'm going to
Yeah.
just end my turn hiding in
phone,
this
Pip.
corner.
Sorry.
Yes. And I go back into.
You have
behind the
a.
pillar.
You don't want to use actions. You said you used action surge.
I remember I took my potion, which is an action.
Oh,
and
your
then
potion.
action
I'm
surge.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, and then I use action surge
So-
to shoot my light crossbow.
Good news. In my games, usually when you take a potion for yourself, actually always, it's a bonus action. When you administer the potion to somebody else, it's an action. So it gives you a little extra something to do with your bonus action. So if you want to take another attack, you can.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sounds. Thank you. Yeah, and then I'll shoot my crossbow on number 9 as well.
Okay.
My light crossbow with active surge then. 10.
10 misses.
Can I use DM inspiration? No.
Sure can.
Since I did. So roll again.
Sorry, I keep doing that by accident.
21 hits. You finally lodge the bolt incorrectly as it whizzes past and it lands right in the kobold's throat.
Oh,
Somehow, he is still alive. He's preparing his attack with a sling as the blood gushes down his chest. He's trying to...
Can I go back in the pillar to hide?
Yes, you can.
Get some coverage. Can that be my turn?
Lice's turn. Lice is going to shoot number 9 and finish him off. Actually, he's going to throw his... He can't, because he already threw his stuff. So he is going to move 30 feet, or 20 feet here. Then 10. Then he's going to dash here. And he's going to say, "Drop the thorns on the ground. Let's rush them." And then it goes to Ithel. Ithel's going to move to here. And attack with his... Let's see, what else can I do? Yeah, he'll attack with his longbow. That's +9, so that'd be 20 total to hit. And then he gets 1d8 plus 7. And that's enough to kill this guy.
Nice.
There it is. All right. Ithel's then going to... Can make 2 attacks, so he's going to attack the other guy as well. And he misses. It's the witch's turn. The witch is going to run. It is going... We're now going to go switch to the other map real quick, since he's in the hallway. Yeah, curse you all! And he's going to move... What is this, 30 feet? He's going to dash 60. He goes into this room and shuts the door. You can hear it shutting. It goes to Sandy, who's back in the storage area.
Oh, shit.
I've got the high ground.
Is that it? Is it over?
Well, there's a chase if you want to chase after him. Or if you don't chase after him, we can end it here.
I
don't
wait my
think-
turn to break concentration on the thorns, right?
Yeah.
I think Sandy is going to hold action to follow everybody.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, she's going to hold action to follow everybody.
Go to Phungji next.
I'm gonna break concentration to drop the spike growth.
Okay. You can click on it and delete it.
Does that count as an action or?
I think you can just drop it at any time.
Yeah. Should I pursue? I'm not going to pursue, but I will walk in the middle of the room. And that's it.
Okay. Not pursuing. So then, is that kind of what you're going to do too, Pip?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that as well, yes.
Okay. I will end combat here then, and I will just go ahead and get you your XP. Congrats. It was a lot.
Pip is just like hurting, all
Oops.
scratched up.
That's-
Oh. Try to take a heavy breather.
Sandy is going to go check on the little mushroom in the corner.
Hi. You won the battle.
Yeah, we did. Are you okay?
I guess so. I just want to die in peace. Thanks for clearing out
Oh,
my home for me.
you're welcome. Um, yeah, that was terrifying. I think
It,
we're probably gonna leave now, and hopefully they don't come back in here.
well, I sure hope not. Good luck on your adventure.
Thank
Here.
you. Good luck on dying alone.
Well, I like being alone. Here, take this. I found it in this rubble pile. It looks really interesting. Maybe you could find some use for it.
And he hands you a dagger. I will put it in your inventory for you. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is a +1 dagger.
Ooh, baby.
It's a clockwork design. Looked like it had been lost in whatever structure this was, a desk or table. A lot of it has been swept into just one large pile, but it got lost in there somehow.
I put it away in my belt before pulling out my pocket watch again and checking it.
Okay.
Pip yells to Sandy, "Don't forget your legendary pen."
Oh my gosh, you're right. And I run over, and uh, it's sticking in his neck,
Yeah.
which looks very very squeaked out.
Uh, do you allow to us like to go through the bodies? Maybe I could we could find some like gear or something that they have.
Sure. Yeah. Could do that.
Should I roll what investigation? I guess, right?
Investigation. Yeah. All right. So let me grab them real quick.
Mhm.
All right. So you got a 10. You find a scimitar.
Okay.
Let's see here. This scimitar looks like it had been something. The Swiftblade had been applying poisons to it, but the poisons, the vials, when the Swiftblade died, they cracked and spilled out onto the floor. So it's just a regular scimitar. You also find a hand crossbow on him. Do you want me to add this to your shared treasure?
Yes.
Okay. So scimitar, hand crossbow. Grant that. All right, that was for the swift blade. The kobold witch was the one that ran away. The regular kobolds had regular daggers and slings. Did you want to add those as well?
Nope.
Nope. Basic
Yep,
gear.
no. Yeah, just basic gear. Yep.
And the wizard. Let's see here. What did the wizard have? He was using a quarterstaff for his casting. And that's about it. Just a quarterstaff. And an arcane focus, which is just something casters use.
Okay. Yeah. Just on the share, I guess. Keep it there.
Okay, if somebody else wants to roll, I will tell you what you find.
Can I? How big is Moral? Like in compared to size to me?
He's small, and you are
Like, can he fit in
medium.
my pocket or a pouch?
No, he's like the size of a child.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna approach Moral and kind of tap my. Just sorry. Do we know his name?
His morale, yeah. He's like underneath this board. He hears you approach, and he kind of like lifts up the board and looks up at you with these like cute gaze.
Yeah?
Morel, you can't really just die down here. You should really have to go back to the village or at least travel with us.
Well, I want to die down here, though. I'm old. I don't have any spores left. My cap is wilting. And my legs are flimsy, like straws. There's nothing left to do but die.
Can I roll persuasion and try to convince him?
Of
to make a
course,
choice?
of course.
All right, before I roll, I'll say my piece. Moral, you either need to go back to the village and face the music there, or you can continue with us, which could be dangerous, but I promise you that Sandy and I will try to keep you protected.
Yeah, I don't know how well I can keep him protected.
I think Funny also has DM inspiration if you want to reroll that. I think we all did.
You want to re-roll it? It's up to you.
What do you guys think? Do you want to try to keep him around with us?
It'd be fun. He might have knowledge of the area, right? So I help out.
He himself is very valuable, I'm sure, too. But that's not exactly why I want to keep him. I just feel bad. He's just trying to die down here by himself. Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
Okay, let's see it.
Should I click persuasion again, or click the actual?
You can click persuasion again.
No, I'm gonna stay down here. I'm sorry. What was your name?
You can call me Phungji.
Well, when you get to be my age, Phungji, sometimes you're just ready to go. Don't be sad for me.
How old are you exactly?
Well, let's see. About 50 years old.
Okay.
How long does your species normally live?
50 to 55. Maybe the occasional shroom gets to 60.
How old is the elder in your village?
65.
Is that normal?
No, not at all. It's part of the reason I left to die here alone. Couldn't stand her.
Sandy starts writing stuff down.
Well, I wish you luck. But, I'm gonna stay here on this dead log.
So be it.
Well,
Merle.
yeah. Thank you for the dagger.
You see his eyes shut. His cap kind of sinks below the boards. And then he just gives off a last huff. And there's like a little gas that kind of expels from him without any spores.
Oh.
Is he dead?
He's in the process of dying, but he's maybe not quite dead yet.
Phungji turns to Pip and Sandy and kind of makes a remark to both of them that these mushrooms are worth more than gold and wisdom. It's a bit of a dilemma here. I wanted to make sure Moral was safe, but if he's dead and his body is just lying around, that's something that people in Paradise Bay would probably pay a lot of money for, or something we could use ourselves. But Phungji throws his hands.
I can hear you, you know. I'm sitting right here. It was just a fart.
He's not an object. He's a person.
Yeah.
Oh. All things return to death.
Look, honestly, I wouldn't really mind if you used my body for science or whatever it is you want to do, but just let me die first, Come back later when I'm, when I kick the can.
For nature, Mora. We'll use it for nature.
There you go. You have
And if
my
that's-
permission. You can eat me if you want. I give people special abilities. Well, rather, I unlock potential. Let's not confuse the two.
I think Sandy should make a remark of where this place is, and maybe one day we'll come back looking for him.
I wonder if once he passes, even if we like take a bite of it, do we get those hidden unlock features?
If you're not a casting class, then yes, you could unlock. Is an azure mushroom, so to unlock level 9 spells, which basically means you can level up into a casting class like wizard or anything else that you want.
If you're not a
Sorcerer. If you're not a caster. If you're already a caster, you already have it unlocked, which means somewhere down your line, somebody ate high level mushrooms.
Oh.
Or there's some connection to mushrooms in your line.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very
I-
Can I don't know if it'd be nature or insight, but can I do a roll to try to like judge how much life he actually has left in him?
Roll nature. It's a great idea.
Would it be insight or nature?
It's whichever one you would prefer. I would say not insight. It's more into like people's intentions, or
Yeah.
emotions. Yeah. Nature would work. Investigation, I could see an argument for that.
I'm gonna just do nature.
Okay.
My God, my rolls are horrible.
Yeah, you're not sure. You really need to investigate his whole body, and he's not getting up out of the boards. That's part of the problem. You know that
Investigate
you can investigate it, sure.
So I get closer and look at, Morel, look at the mushroom cap, see if I see any like dryness, and look at it and 16.
Yeah, the first thing you notice is the smell. It's quite pungent. It smells of decay and death. And you kind of gather that he's probably going to die within the next day or so. Maybe 2 days.
Okay. I'm thinking now too. Never mind. No, I'm okay. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You want to eat him, Trey?
I was thinking about that, right? But I don't think it worked that well with me.
Like your character?
Yeah.
Not when he's alive, right? Like
No, but yeah.
But
I know
imagine-
this.
I can't believe we're even talking about this. I think we should just go.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like afterwards when we come back, like a day or so. Once we're done here.
The others have
But,
gathered around. Well, I don't see the problem with eating him. The only problem actually I see with it is that he's probably going to taste rather pungent. It is putrid. I mean, I don't know why you would subject yourself to something so disgusting.
Then why are you considering it?
Well, the power, naturally. I mean, who wouldn't want to have that kind of power? It is rare to get your hands on something like that. It's usually controlled by the Mages Guild, or other such things.
Can I look around the area to see if I can, around this, I guess it's like a basement or like a little room, what it used to be? Just scavenge around, see if I can make like another potion for myself.
Okay, yeah, roll investigation.
All right, can I quickly run to the bathroom?
Sure.
Okay.
18.
18's great. There's literally nothing else in this room, though. You've scanned it up and down, all over. There are no ingredients to make further potions here. You do notice out in the hall upstairs there are like some vines which are running from the top of the stairs that lead toward the direction that the other kobold had fled. And you suspect that there's probably more vegetation that way, where you might be able to find some ingredients.
I talked to the group and asked if I could take a little short rest so I can, lick my wounds and, patch up a little bit.
A short rest now? In the middle of a chase? Shouldn't we be going after that kobold before he warns the others? It would be advisable. Syl kind of leans against the back of the room, sort of smugly. But I don't think they'll be too difficult to handle.
Are you good with that, Sandy and Phungji?
I mean, we kind of said we're going in there anyways. And they do seem to be able to handle themselves. So I don't know. Probably better if we took a rest.
Okay.
Very well. He sits down and he opens up his bag to eat some rations. Ethel doesn't seem to mind. He's happy to take the break. Go ahead and take your short rests. And when Litz gets back, we'll have to show him how to do that. All right. Congrats on your first encounter. Got a decent chunk of XP.
So that's 24, 27.
Okay. Nice. And then you just apply it. Good to go. Yeah, nice. Just one off.
There we go. Yeah, just one off.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, which is also cool too because I get my accent surge and my second one back.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm back.
I'm going to change. I don't know why it's set to this, but it's got your fame and exhaustion levels and everything maxed out.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Did I miss anything?
Basically, they've decided to take a short rest. So what you're going to do at the top of your character sheet is you're going to click the rest button, and then you click on short rest, and you're going to expend dice to heal up. You only probably want to expend one because you're at 28 out of 33. Let me know if you can't find it. Okay, when you guys are ready, we will continue on.
Right. Let's see it. Should I just hit spend die, hit die? I don't see a way to like quantify that. Yeah,
you just hit spend, and then I would just do one. So you got 2 health points. Now you're at 30 out of 33. I don't know if I'd use another D8 if it were me. I'd probably just hold on to that.
Yeah, it's fine. I could have 30 health in another universe.
All right, so about an hour goes by. Well, are you all ready to continue? I'm rather eager to get this over with. We have, who knows, weeks ahead of us, perhaps.
Phungji nods.
Yeah, I suppose we better.
Very well. I will lead us. Being that I'm the most experienced, you can roll insight if you'd like. What'd you guys get here? So Phungji got a 20. Sandy got a 10. You don't see anything, Sandy, because you're standing behind the person who's smirking again. But Pip,
Sandy is just following, looking nervous.
but Pip and Phungji catch the sly grin on Sill's face when Lice says he's the most experienced. And goodbye, Morel.
I basically jump on like Fudgy's shoulder and I, look at him and say like, "Do you see that?"
Can anyone else see us right now? Or see at least my expression?
You guys are marching in a line now, so I suppose if they turned around, they could.
Yeah, like I said, I jumped on Fudgy's shoulder. I'm pretty small, so
Yeah.
I just
Phungji like looks up and nods and kind of gives like a kind of like puts his hand not close to his lip in an obvious way, but like a let's wait. I took that
Mhm.
as kind of you
Yeah.
get the picture I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, as you guys approach, there is a door. It is overrun with vegetation. Vines now are spilling out of it. You can see on your left and your right, these doors have been broken down, and you are able to go in if you'd like. It is up to you.
Can I do a nature check on the vines?
Sure. They're old vines. They've been growing for probably, 800 years, 900 years. Welcome in,
investigate,
East.
see if I
It's
can
the
get
other
a potion
party
out of them.
in the dungeon. Can you what? Sorry.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can make it like a potion?
Sure.
Or nature check too.
I'd say nature.
Nature. Okay. 13.
Possibly you would need to follow the source in to see what kind of plant is growing. It's possible that some of these roots might be able to be used in potions.
Okay. All right.
Would you like to go forward, or would you like to go left or right? Or back? You could always return.
Sorry, I'm looking at the map.
Can I investigate the door that you said it was a sorcerer that ran away, right?
Yes, in the kobold you believe ran straight down the hall.
Yeah, I want to investigate the door. Maybe he made a trap or something around this area.
Sure. Roll investigation. It appears he tied the handle to the door on the other side with a root or something. Because when you try to push it open, it gives way slightly, but there's like, you can see the massive root that's been tied around it. Could be cut through, possibly. You're not sure. You don't see anything indicating a trap. It looks like he did this in a hurry.
Well, forward just looks like we need to just cut that route down, but there is other paths. You guys want to look on the right door before we continue moving forward?
Yeah.
All right, when you peek inside the right door, you'll see the following. It is open. Remember, the door has been destroyed. And you'll walk into the following room. One moment while I make this the right size. All right, let me huddle these guys. You walk into this room. In the middle of the room, there is a giant plant. I'm going to show that to you in just a moment.
Oh.
Wait, this is the room to the right?
Yep. The vines appear to all be connected to whatever this thing is at the center. But to give you kind of an idea of what it looks like, it's got these skulls sort of embedded inside and twisted within the vines. And they appear, you could roll nature on the skulls. They appear to
Phungji
be,
looks at it with a huge smile on his face.
they're primarily kobold.
Beautiful. If you had tear ducts, you would be crying.
Everyone roll stealth as you enter the room.
I kind of don't want to. I want it to see me.
Okay, that's fair. Do you step on its
No,
roots? How are you?
feel like
How are
I
you
would-
entering?
What's that?
Do you step on its roots? Or are you stepping over the roots?
I think I would very carefully walk around the roots.
Okay.
That's
The
not disturbing.
the plant remains undisturbed. Do you speak with plants or animals? Or plants, I
do
guess.
speak with plants. So should I cast my speak with nature?
You can. You have not disturbed it yet, so you have an opportunity to do so.
I'm going to turn to the group and tell everyone, you should get back. I'm going to attempt to make contact with this beautiful creature, but this could go very
What?
wrong.
What is that?
I'm not sure. I'm going to find out. Look how big it is. Look how dangerous it looks.
Are you sure that's safe?
It's no. I know it's not safe at all. But and he like gestures to like,
Then-
go back in the hall. Go in the hall.
Oh.
Look, its roots haven't made it deep into the hall. So if I give it a shot here, if things go awry, I'll run back and we'll find another way around. But he looks at the roots all around him. I can't see us all possibly getting through here without disturbing it. And he kind of shoots Ithil a look.
What do you say to it?
I don't have to cast it. Like there's no roll there.
You have to cast your spell. I don't think it's a
It's
roll.
like an act,
Yeah.
like a toggle.
Yeah. What's your thing called? Speak with plants, right?
I speak with nature, and then I
with
have
nature.
speak with plants as well.
You do need to cast it because it does take up a spell slot, but it's a ritual. So, when you do that, it'll be active for the next 10 minutes.
So, speak with nature is a level 1 spell. Speak with plants is a different spell.
Correct. I don't see speak with nature on your. Oh, there you go. Locate and that's locate.
No, I have speak with nature. There's speak with animals, and then speak with nature in my first level spells.
Oh, there's speak with plants. This is a 3rd level.
Speak with plants doesn't seem to benefit me here. This seems like I can make plants sentient almost. And it also says I can turn difficult terrain into. Seems like speak with plants can be more of a manipulation, whereas speak with nature is an actual just direct like talking with it, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, you can verbally communicate with natural organisms for the duration. What do you say to it?
Sorry. I know. I'm thinking of that. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous.
You should be.
What you said?
He's ecstatic and nervous at the same time.
Can I speak like druidic to it?
Yeah. Well, when you use speak with nature, you just cast it. And now you have
Okay,
for the next 10 minutes.
There's
That'll-
ritual with the parentheses, ritual 10 minutes, and there's just first level. Does it matter or like?
That's true. Actually, if you're doing it as a ritual, hold on 1 second. Let me double check.
It takes 10 in-game minutes.
Right. So if you all stand still for the next 10 minutes, you could do it.
Or I
That's-
can cast it at first level. It's instant.
Yep. You
I'll just
can.
do the instant one.
Okay,
Oh.
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the instant one. Okay. I think I have. I guess it's like an AOE, an area of effect type of thing.
You can feel the rhythm of this life force beating. It seems to be feeding off the creatures, these kobolds that have been trapped within its vines. It is
Um, I'm
sentient.
going. I'm going to ask it if it's still hungry. And my name is Phungji.
I am hungry. Feed me. Feed me. Begins to grow agitated now that it knows that you're present and you're not answering it back.
Wait. Were you actually saying stuff, or were you just grunting,
I said
or
something.
was that part? I actually didn't hear anything you said.
Really? Can you hear me now?
I can
Yeah.
hear you now. I don't. Did anyone? Did that happen to anyone
Yeah,
else?
I think it happened as well. Yeah.
Really?
It was kind of cutting out. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know if you were doing like a thing where like I couldn't understand it.
Oh, weird. No, I was talking. Okay, strange. He just says this. I am hungry. Feed me.
That definitely came across. We can feed you for sure. We can bring you all the kobolds and anything else you might desire.
I'm
As long as we can cross through here, we can
starving.
bring you as much as you want.
Come closer.
Phungji looks back to the group and gestures them to stay back, and steps about 7 feet closer.
Good. A vine starts to wind its way up your left leg. Bring me flesh. It's
As you can see, I have no flesh.
What are we bringing those dead kobolds?
Phungji looks back, hears the remark, and snaps his fingers with that's a great idea.
as you drag the kobold bodies up the stairs.
Feed it?
Oh,
Offerings to. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, Ancient One. What is it?
I have no name.
Would you like a name?
I want food. As does the other. Feed us.
And who is the other? Is it your master or just another?
The other. We together find food and eat. But we need more.
Phungji nods. Is that vine still wrapped around his foot?
Yes, but it hasn't gotten super tight yet.
Do I need to attempt like an athletic roll or anything or something to get out of it?
It depends on the party's
Or-
next move. Are you dragging bodies over to feed it, or are you trying to leave?
Oh. Phungji looks to the group and kind of gestures to leave the bodies at the beginning. But he'll say, like, don't walk in here yourselves. I don't have flesh. Not the traditional kind. They do. You do. And he kind of... they can infer the rest.
The plant senses that you're not made of typical flesh, and it begs you to join it, and together you will become a stronger entity.
It's incredibly tempting. I've always wanted to be,
Oh my God.
wanted to be a brick in the wall.
And so Phungji's story arc ends here.
We
Oh my god,
ascend.
I got
That'd be so
PTSD.
funny.
Freaking- I got PTSD. No.
That's it. Just like, what? Phungji says, I can carry on as a liaison of sorts and continue to bring you food, but for now I must continue on. Please accept our offering. Plenty of flesh and bone and the like for you to gather nutrients here.
Good. Bring me food, and I will tell you secret.
Phungji turns back to it. So you're telling me if we bring you more bodies, you'll tell us more secrets?
More. Bring me more.
I think you were cut out again.
Bring me more now.
We'll be right back. Phungji attempts to leave and kind of gestures the group to fit into the hallway.
Yeah, we all. I assume we all back out.
Yeah, for sure.
And do you bring the bodies back to this chamber, or do you want to just return to the hall and think about it for a second?
We can talk about it for sure.
What even is that thing?
It's some kind of ancient plant. I've actually never encountered it before, but it's very, very hungry and very. I suppose it's a bit of a down the middle, just the way something needs to survive. It's surviving down here. I
Well-
could see a lot of promise in it as a weapon.
Should we really be feeding it?
Oh, what's your concerns if we do?
I don't know. What if it gets bigger?
Oh, we should drop the bodies and give it proper time to digest it, but really get out of there as fast as we can. I tell any of you, do not be in there when we drop the bodies in, though. Be far away from, and Phungji, can I do an investigation roll to see if any of the roots have possibly made it into the hallway?
Oh, they're in the hallway. They're just not very far yet. They're maybe where... Here, I'm going to move you back. Within 15 feet of the door.
So then maybe I just look around, and if there's any around us, I gesture us to move back even further.
Yeah. And there's like really small tendrils maybe that reach room 72, but they're like so tiny. The thick roots, though, stop around 15 feet.
Phungji says, I think we should feed it.
What if it tries to eat us next?
Yes, that's exactly my thought. This is a terrible idea. We shouldn't be feeding these carnivorous plants. Are you insane? We came down here to find the kobolds. He's getting all up in a huff and like kind of anxious and angry. His anxiety levels are really high, maybe to an annoying level.
Liz, calm down. Had we walked into that room and I wasn't here, you all would be food for that thing regardless. I was just really trying to communicate, see what kind of life forms are down here, and, well...
I'm quite calm, thank you very much. I'm quite calm. He's like pacing back and forth.
What? Okay, what if... I'm concerned that if we start feeding it, it's gonna affect, like, the mushroom village.
That's
And, like,
true.
because we have no idea. We don't know anything about it. Like, can you study it, identify it, or should we go ask the mushrooms if they know?
Mushroom people don't seem very helpful, to be honest, but
Moyel?
perhaps... What'd you say, Pip?
Maybe we can ask Moyel about it if he knows anything more about it.
Could ask Morel. I'm fine with feeding it. I mean, a deal's a deal. It did let us back out. It could have easily grabbed me. Listen, we all need to eat, don't we? And God knows if that thing's been starving to death, or well, I suppose he just ate that. He ate the thing that ran away, right?
He ate the thing that ran away? Which one are you
Sorry,
talking about?
was
No.
the kobold that like fleed from us? Did it run into that room?
No, it
No.
ran straight ahead and locked the door with a root.
Room
A
70.
A different route, but yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Sorry.
you were in
Okay.
room 7. Yeah, that's correct. And he said there's another, the plant animal said that, or the plant beast said that there's another entity, and he alluded to it being across the hall over here.
Oh, is there another door there?
There is. It's also knocked down.
I would like to study them, and I think you appreciate the scholarly pursuits, don't you, Sandy?
I do, but I just I worry feeding it is gonna make it out of control. I don't think it's gonna die immediately. I mean, what's it been doing down here? You know, it's not dead yet. So maybe we just don't be too hasty.
Phungji reluctantly kind of nods his head and looking at the ground. You can tell he's not totally happy with the roads, but he kind of puts his hands in the air. He's like, "You're right. You're right. You're right. Perhaps I've gotten too excited in such a discovery. I leave it to the group."
Well, I don't think we should feed it at all. The other two elves concur. Ithel's actually kind of indifferent. He's like, what is he? Everything needs to eat, I guess. And Syl says no.
I think we should wait. Let's do what we said we would do here and revisit this later.
Okay. Pip agrees.
I got it. Thank you very
Phungji nods,
much.
scratching his
Welcome
head,
in, Oracle.
eyes at the ground. Fine.
Disappointed. I mean, that makes sense for your character. All right, so what we can do here is we can either just kind of move through this agreeing to disagree as a group, but there's another way to solve it, which is you roll against each other. Some players don't like that. We're a new group, so I kind of want your input on how you'd prefer to handle something like that when characters disagree.
I feel like maybe if we're like hard disagreeing and we can't like discuss it
Mm-hmm.
and come to a conclusion together, then maybe we start rolling.
Okay.
Phungji knows it's a bad idea.
Pip
Phungji
also.
knows. I mean, I don't know how OOC you want me to speak here. If you want the fun of some of the mystery of my character's mindset, but he's okay with walking away from it for now.
Okay. Well, fair enough. We shall walk away from it then. Which way are we walking, though?
We should probably cut that door open.
Can I look through this door before, like he says, like there's no door there? Just want to peek in
Sure.
real quick. Oh, there's another one on the other side.
There's another one on the other side.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Roll stealth. Make sure you didn't step on a root.
Oh, I peeked. I said.
You
I did
peeked.
say.
Well, the roots are in the hallway within 15 feet of the door. I guess you could roll acrobatics, stealth. Either of those would work. You want a close up of the
Oh wait,
plant.
are we not gonna? Well, I guess we could do it after this. We should decide if we're gonna feed it complete. Oh no, that was a decision not to feed it. at all,
Mutated
right?
avocado monster.
So I roll 15.
Yeah, you just fine. I will go ahead and remove the fog of war on this room for you.
Okay.
And this is room 71.
Hey, it's so funny you just said fog of war. Never mind, that's a whole other conversation. But I've never heard the term fog of war, and then I read it in I was reading like a gaming development book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I never heard that before. And then you just said, I don't know. This is like this is when I feel like I'm in like a matrix, and they're like the developers in my matrix are like introducing new like terminology. Everyone's like, "That's been a thing for forever, man," and I'm like, "I've never heard that. I've never heard that before."
Yes, the
It's
developers.
possibly a psychological thing. A lot of people don't notice certain things until they're made aware of it themselves, and then they start noticing it.
True.
Totally agree with that. But how I've played so many games, I don't know.
Did you play StarCraft?
I didn't. Is it like specifically a StarCraft term?
Well, I feel like it's an
Warcraft, League of Legends,
RTS, yeah.
Dota, yeah.
Okay, I don't play a lot of RTSs. Maybe that's the connection then.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever really seen it.
Perfect cover up, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Yep. We've tricked you back into the Matrix.
Yep, I totally believe this is real life still. That's fine.
So which way are we going?
Anyway, funny that you said that. So Pip's stuff is good.
He manages to walk over the roots without disturbing the other monster. You guys now need to cut the separate. It's a different route coming from the other room, but you need to cut it to get into this next area.
The route is coming from that room, but wrapped around the door of the room we haven't been in.
Correct.
We all notice that? Like, we all know that?
You can see it because you get the door ajar slightly, and you can see that the kobold used some kind of root to tie up the handle to like a fixture on the wall, so it's keeping it from opening.
I mean, Phungji's going to tell the group, if you don't want to feed them, I certainly don't think you want to attack them. So I suggest we don't break the root.
Well, it's a different. You don't think it's the root. You don't think that this root is attached to these creatures. It could be attached to a different creature. You have no way of knowing that. You could roll a nature check if you'd
I
like.
stand by my statement. If someone wants to call me out on it, I have my own way of answering it. But
What if, Pip, you're pretty strong, right? What about just busting the other side of the door, like the hinges? Those are a pretty weak spot on the door.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's see it. Athletics.
use those rabbit legs.
Oof. Oof. I bounced back into the floor.
Yeah. It's
No,
lodged pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong roots are also holding it back.
Okay. Maybe not as weak as I thought.
Huh.
Can I try to plant growth the door to the point where the roots kind of like are too much for the door and they like kind of burst it open?
Ooh.
Hmm.
If that's how plant growth works.
Let's try it. I feel like there's got to be a roll there with that. So cast your plant growth to start.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't want to cast it and then do like a nature roll or something.
Yes.
Okay. Whoa, that is a huge area effect. Oh, but I can shrink it. Whoop.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I don't want to grow whatever's in the next room. It's a little bit of a hunch, but yeah, I just want to grow the door. Honestly, I just want to grow the part that it's the like hinges of not the hinges it's on, the like the lock part.
Okay.
Whatever's keeping it the handle, I guess, right?
You're basically trying to knock it off of the hinges, I think,
Yeah.
on the other side. So go ahead and roll your
So-
nature check.
I'm nervous. Because I feel like I've been failing the nature checks.
A 13. It is enough to give somewhat of a budge, but doesn't fully push the door off the hinges. However, Pip could try again with advantage this time.
All right. Here I go.
Use those bunny legs.
Oh my god. Put it advantage though.
And the door comes off its hinges. You're able to push it through, and you are now inside room 66, which is a jungle.
Nice.
So this map should be turned to the right, if that makes sense. So the bottom is where you're entering.
Mhm.
And let's see. And the top is where you would go. You have a bunch of, and these aren't necessarily like pine trees, but like they're trees. They're just a little smaller than normal because they don't have a lot of light. But there is a light source in here on the ceiling, which appears to have been the source of these plants' growth. I'm gonna just go back here real quick. There are 3 doors leading to the right side of that other map, which go into over here. And then, of course, there is the door on the left side, which goes north on our main dungeon map. If you want to do an investigation check on the light, you could go ahead and do that.
Can I do a druid craft plus an investigation roll? The druid craft I'm trying to go for is kind of predicting the weather of the area.
Sure. It does have its own climate in here. There is even like somewhat like fog, precipitation. The light source that is above appears to have been designed from the clockwork era, and it's still functioning, which means there's a power source in the ceiling that must come from somewhere else. Everything appears to have been naturally grown, so all this stuff was from the previous era. So it is kind of a rare sight to behold, considering that the Shadowlands has taken over the surface of the planet.
Sandy is going to start sketching the light or the clockwork light thing.
Okay. You can roll. Let's see, your investigation check would also show kobold footprints on the path, which leads to the north, which would be the left side of the map over here. There appears to be a door through the thicket. What would you like to do? There's a few different options here.
Should we follow the footprints?
I believe we should, yes.
Okay. Means we're going to go here. When you guys reach the door, it is locked.
Mhm.
It is a mechanical lock. If you'd like to investigate it further, you can do that. Anybody?
Sandy is going to kneel down at the lock
Good sound.
and investigate it.
Okay, let's see your investigation roll.
Nice.
There is no trap on it, but you do hear something moving behind the door, and it sounds like it's rhythmic, so it's happening on a pattern, and there's several of them. It's
Is
quite
there
loud.
a key?
There does appear to be like a mechanical lock to it. If you have thieves' tools, you could try to open it that way, or you could try to break it.
Can I look through it?
You can look through it. It's a very tiny hole. When you do, go and roll perception check.
Oh,
All you can really
glasses get in the way.
yeah. You can kind of see something swinging across the hallway, and there's blood poured all over the floor. There's also a lot of nature in there as well, but it's not as thick as it is in the room that you're currently in.
Okay, I'm gonna stick the tip of my pen in there and start to manipulate it.
Sure. You can roll sleight of hand. It's enough. It opens up the lock, and you find yourself in a bloody mess. Are you walking inside?
Not yet.
Okay, the door is open. You can see these axes which have been triggered, and they're each of the 5 feet. There's a swinging axe. It appears to have been like some kind of meat production facility at some point, because there is like a conveyor belt or decaying conveyor belt on the left-hand side, which feeds into these rooms on the left and right. And then there's these axes that swing over and appear to like cut just above the conveyor belt. You do see the bodies of several azure mushrooms scattered across the belt. The belt is not currently moving, and the pieces that were left behind appear to have been like discarded parts that weren't good for eating.
Phungji puts his left hand to his temples, kind of rubbing them, eyes closed, and kind of gestures towards the room. Like, if we're going to go in there, I can't imagine why we wouldn't want to feed my friend in the other room. I mean, This is a measure of different danger here. Pick your poison, as they say. He kind of shoots a quick little wink to Syl.
He does. He tries to ignore your wink and kind of leans back here against the wall. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just an expression.
What do you want to do?
I mean, we told them we would help with the kobolds, or that she flips through the pages of her book. The blood oaths.
Well, it appears that they're that way. I guess we have to find a way to shut those axes off, or perhaps time our movement through them. Or rather, seems dangerous.
Can I like I don't know, maybe perception? Like can I look around that room before like do I see a switch or something?
In the current room you're in?
No. And well, yeah, in this room and maybe in the room ahead too. Maybe if I see a switch to turn off the blades.
Go ahead and roll investigation. You do find a switch. It is right here in the corner of this wall.
Nice pick.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna do some fun acrobatic stuff. This is my specialty, hopping around.
Okay. You move this large container that was situated in front of the lever, and you move it out of the way. You pull on it. There is no like pipes or axes within the initial rectangular area of this room. It's only once you get to the hallway.
So I have to, I guess, like try to acrobat my way through all that stuff to turn
No,
off.
you can just walk
there we go.
into the room, into this initial room. Once you get to right here, that's when the axes begin.
Okay, so I just go here and just turn off the axis.
Yep. When you do that, the blades stop cutting, and there appears to be a second lever on the other side of the room as well.
Okay. Maybe we have to pull them at the same time, or
Did
I
you
think
want
he
to?
said they stopped.
Yeah, the axis stopped. You look
Uh,
back and you see another one.
Sandy, having watched Pip pull the lever and the axe stop, she's gonna walk up and be like, and pull this one.
The conveyor belt starts to move, and it starts to move the decaying mushroom pieces onto Syl as they fall off into the bucket. Some of them miss because he's standing nearby on the side, and the bucket's like kind of askew. And he's like, "Oh gosh, the horror!" And he runs back here against the wall.
I'm so sorry. And she stifles a laugh. I didn't mean
It's fine. I can clean it off later. But this is disgusting. Now that we've got it shut off, let's get to it and get out of here. I guess north? I mean, do we know where the kobold went? He's like looking around, scanning the room for any signs of the kobold's movement. You guys can roll investigation again if you'd like.
wait, is all this
Investigation,
blood
not
mushroom blood?
perception.
A variety of different animal blood, but there are mushroom pieces on the conveyor belt, as well as other kinds of animals that have moved through here.
Do the mushrooms bleed?
They have like a, what's the word for that? An ichor, I guess, that comes out of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Investigation.
yeah. Phungji, your eyes are just set on these mushroom corpses and other animal corpses as well, which have taken your interest, possibly. Pip, you do notice this, like a set of footprints that appear to be like moving in a specific direction or pattern, I guess, across the, what's the word I'm looking for? The conveyor belt. And it goes straight ahead through the door up to the north.
I will like to tell everybody to follow my footsteps exactly. Maybe I don't know if there's like traps or anything, but if those footsteps are fresh, Would I know they were like fresh footsteps?
They look like fresh footsteps.
Okay. Yeah. So just follow my footsteps, just in case if there's any traps on along the way. Just I
Okay.
advise everybody.
Is there like a rule on that or not? Or
No, because the axes have stopped, so you don't need to roll
Okay,
saws
sorry.
or whatever they are.
got it.
Okay, so you guys are moving across the room to the north. As you do so, go ahead and put yourselves in the order in which you're moving.
I'm moving first in, and I'm following each footstep.
Okay, so you're going
Don't-
first.
yeah.
I'm just going to put you in order. I won't make you do anything quite yet. Who's going second?
I'll go behind him.
Okay. Syl wants to go third, unless someone else does.
Sandy will probably go behind
I'm sorry.
Mice.
Something's
wait.
going on. I need to quickly walk. Something's going on with.
Sure.
I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're good. Syl wants, or you want to go behind Syl?
Yeah, she's gonna squeeze between Syl and Mice.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, then we'll take just a quick breather and wait for Litz. So I think I can move all of you at the same time. As your group moves forward, I will say that I'm going to because you passed that footprint check, Pip, I'm going to let you roll your perception this time with advantage.
Okay. Okay.
You notice that the footprints do go through this door, but then they backtrack to the left room.
Oh. Okay.
And then let's just take a quick, I guess, 5-minute break, and we'll wait for Litz to come back.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yes.
I never left.
Same here. I've been here in total quietness.
I'm using my break to watch Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus.
Okay.
So, by the way, I'm ready for Saturday for the raid.
Oh, I know, me too. I talked to my partner,
Does-
and she's like, "Yeah, no." She's like, "That's okay. You go for it." I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, and at that time, my mom's coming over to visit me, so she will be here till like 4 o'clock, which gives me at least like 3-4 hours of raid
Nice.
time.
Let's go. That'll be fun. my dad got sick. He's got this nasty cough, and they were like, I don't think you should bring him over. We'd hate for him to get the cough, so like, yeah, better
that
not.
cough.
Yeah.
It's been going around, that cough too. Like a lot.
I hear that. He's been doing so well. I just would hate for him to get sick. Especially if it's like bronchitis or something gross. Luckily, it's not anything too serious. Like it wasn't
Okay.
pneumonia, so that was good. Because my dad has had pneumonia in the past. It's just kind of concerning.
Yeah, it's
But-
really.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Yeah, my grandfather had that as well. A couple months ago.
Oof. That's dangerous for the elderly when they get.
Yeah, he's 87, so yeah, it's pretty scary.
Shit.
Took him a while, like months to recuperate. Like he still had like
that.
water in his lungs and stuff like that. Like moisture, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's brutal. Well, Litz is gone. We might just want to continue.
Now this is gone.
Well, yeah, for the foreseeable future, it looks like. So let's go ahead and continue. You just see this set of tracks, though. This tracks that's coming back to the left door appears to have been more distance between the spacing, I guess, of its footprints. So I was trying to trick you. They were also kind of placed right alongside some of the corpses along the conveyor belt.
I head
You were
to that
trying
door.
to trick us?
Looks like he's trying to throw you off the trail.
Like, yeah, he was like double stepping back, trying to make like second. All right, yeah. So I basically head to the door. Follow that same footsteps.
Okay. All right. There is a door here. Go ahead.
I follow everybody, so I assume we follow.
Okay. All right, there is a door. It is unlocked. Do you choose to go inside?
How's the door like? Is it like broken through, or like how does the door look? Like intact?
There's a lock. It's just unlocked. It is intact, but it is shut.
Can I see through the peephole to maybe see through the door, or if there's like no? there's
Not
nothing
on
like
this
that?
one. This one's fairly intact still.
Okay. I
Be
asked,
careful.
I asked Liz. I'm like, hey Liz, you want to come and try to open this door? Says you want to always go ahead and complete the mission.
Very well. I will open it. And he does. He's going to stealth, though. "28. He opens it very cautiously. And he moves into the room. He sees bloody footprints moving through another door down a different hall.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Syl
Alright, we're
moves
back.
into the room. This room has some engineering components to it, and what appears to be some kind of power cell stored over here at the top left of the room. There are wires connected to it, which reach up into the ceiling and seem to disperse above you, unseen, into separate like circuitry pockets that run through the ceiling area. Could be this, which is powering the light in Area 66. It's hard to tell, there could be several different power sources in this area. Examining the power source, Syl can't quite determine it just by looking at it. He just sees that it's like an old clockwork design. He sees nothing else in the room.
Sandy's gonna kind of make her way in slowly and start examining things. And she'll open her notebook and start taking notes.
Okay. Well, any sign of that silly kobold? Lice comes over here in the corner.
I think you went that way.
Syl is going to do an investigation check on the door. I don't see anything over here. I think we should investigate it. Since you're all being very coy, I shall go first. He opens up the door. Same as before. There's nothing inside. It appears to be a dead end. You guys can roll a perception check on this room if you would care to. There's something off about the room, Pip, but you can't quite place it. Actually, the hall, not the room. The hall that Syl is in. It seems strange that it dead ends here, but everything that you're looking at, it looks like there's wall. There's nowhere to go and no doors.
Where do the footprints go?
They go right into this passage.
Off the footprints in there. And he got through.
I like to touch the wall to see if I feel like any hidden like entry.
Your hand goes through
Yeah.
the wall.
Oh. Sandy starts scribbling, writing furiously.
I basically pull my hand straight out, like it was like a weird feeling. I never seen my hand go through something and kind of disappear.
Okay, there you
I
go.
look back at everybody.
It must be some kind of illusion.
Yeah.
Strange. Why block off this passage? Was this erected by the old civilization, the Fellis, or was this a kobold trick?
I've dealt with kobold before, and I've never seen them use this kind of magic. It seems quite advanced.
Well, they were eating those mushrooms, so perhaps they've opened their minds.
It's a good
They
observation.
did seem pretty adept in magic based on that fight.
Maybe they're trying to mislead us. You can all roll insight if you'd like, on the situation, not on a person.
Either way, I don't think it really matters who put this here. The kobolds are using it.
Uh,
Well, Pip, you're closest. You guys just gather that he's misleading, but you're not sure like where you're supposed to go to get to the kobold camp.
What happens if Phungji walks like right in the middle of it?
Nothing. It's just an open space. From inside it, you can see down all 4 hallways, and it's basically a transparent box that you're standing in.
Sandy's just gonna follow the footprints.
Okay. The footprints go north.
Phungji looks at Sandy. North with a little gesture in the air.
Yeah. Might as well.
okay.
Okay. Hold on one second.
I'd like to follow the footsteps again. I'll lead it.
They're the same footprints, or do they look different?
Same footprints.
I think a kobold could fake its footprints, can you? Do you? Can it?
Perhaps, yeah. Phungji, since you said you have dealt with them before, do you believe they can erase their traces? Their footsteps?
Was it Liz or So that mentioned that they ate the azure mushrooms? I'm just for reference sake.
Was it Syl that said it?
Someone said it just now, and
Lice.
I remarked to them.
I
Okay,
thought,
well,
yeah, like,
well, Lice said they've been eating the azure mushrooms, so anything's fair game, it seems. We're a bit out of disadvantage in that regard. Phungji kind of taps on the door, knocking on it. I almost want this to be like a moment of not thinking, like sort of just like a, hey, we're gonna have to go in there, but I am tapping on the door, so I don't know if that does anything.
Okay.
Yeah, we knock.
You knock.
Would you guys can we not? You said.
No, I said, yeah, we knock. We knock on the door.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so wild, you guys. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, it's just really interesting. It's fun for me because I like seeing how the groups are gonna interact. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you knock on the door, there's no reply. The door appears to be locked, but the mechanical lock on this is quite weak. Probably could be broken quite easily if you can't pass your sleight of hand check. You can roll investigation on it, though. The ease of the lock does maybe seem a bit strange or odd to you.
The ease.
The ease of it. Yeah, it seems like such a simple mechanical lock. Perhaps even easier than the last one that you solved.
Sandy is going to walk up to it. I'm quite familiar with these kind of rudimentary clockwork locks, and she's just going to hit it with her book. Does it open?
Can I do an Arcana check on the lock?
Roll to hit, and then roll your Arcana.
All right.
Roll to hit. What did I think I used charcoal rubbings last time I hit with my book.
Let's see. It doesn't open, but you could tell it was very close. Just one more hit, you think, and you could probably open it. But before you do that, Phungji gets to roll Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, you already rolled it. Excuse me.
I rolled it. Yeah, my bad.
So then you would see that there is some kind of trap. When you look through the lock, there is like a glow on the other side that concerns you.
Phungji turns to the group and says, "There's some kind of glow on the other side that concerns me." Sorry, I don't mean to.
That's fine, yeah.
Sandy's like halfway to hitting it again when she stops.
Okay. What do you do?
I think we should all take a second and pause.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are kobolds out here that seemingly could have magic beyond our understanding, and there are giant, beautiful plant creatures. I think it's about time we've all had a conversation amongst ourselves to sort of figure out if we're on the right track and if this is a game worth playing. Phungji kind of leans against the wall over here and is a little bit coy about it. He pulls out a little twig and starts nibbling on it. It's just his twig. There's nothing crazy about it.
Huh. Oh.
His weed stick. Got to nibble on that weed stick.
Could be anything, man. It's just ambiguous to me. He's got some kind of oral fixation on it. No one needs to know what that is.
Well, what do we do? Let's just bust this thing down and get through it already. What are we waiting for?
Sandy's gonna step back like 15 feet.
All right, let's.
As I just said, there is a glowing light behind it that I find concerning.
Well, maybe it's just one of those lights from the other room.
Well, let it go. If he feels he wants to go on ahead.
Well, Phungji looks at Syl. Do you think our leader should go ahead, Syl?
He's a man of action. Let him go.
If he thinks he's the leader, let him go. I'm in agreement with Sandy.
Do you think you're the leader, Liz? Because
well,
Syl wasn't sure about it till just now.
Clearly, I am the leader. I mean, who else is capable of leading this ragtag group of adventurers but me?
He is the most experienced and the most humble.
Exactly.
Are we all in agreement of this? Phungji gestures to the rest of the group.
Honestly, I don't think we could stop him.
Yeah, just let him push through.
Yeah, very well.
Phungji kind of begins to step back and walks past the group, goes all the way back in the hallway.
Yeah.
Here looks everyone. If anyone else
Let me do it.
kind of pulls his hands towards himself, wants to come here.
let's see. What was your sleight of hand earlier? Oh, you rolled to hit. The lock pops open. You see, it's not that difficult. And he opens the door and walks through. Let me reveal the passageway because you'll be able to see down it. This goes to a different map, just so you're aware. When he walks through, a magical trap triggers, and he immediately shoots toward the ceiling, and he disappears from view, and you hear a kunk as his body gets pressed against the ceiling. Now give me 1 second while I roll something. Okay. All right, and it's going to be he takes 24 damage.
Oh my god.
He is quite hurt, but he's not dead. If you guys are moving forward, I can tell you what happens next.
Phungji is going to stay back and tell everyone else, I suggest we stay back and talk like I wanted to.
Before looking like where it listens, I just want to investigate the room.
Okay, roll a investigation check from where you're standing. It will be disadvantaged because you're not moving into the room.
Yeah.
If you're okay.
Up there. No need to roll more. No need to roll more.
He accidentally falls into the room.
Okay, he can't see anything. I will say go ahead and roll an acrobatics check. As you push your head into the room to look up, the force of gravity forces your head up, but it does so in which it kind of flings you back and whiplashes you, so your head comes back out of the door, and you manage to escape it, but just barely. You don't see much, though.
All right.
Yep. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like a gravitational pull pulling me towards the ceiling where just entering that room.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I felt like my head was being pulled forward, but I was able to push myself back.
Well, I guess Ice is gone.
He's not
Tell him.
screaming for help. Well, actually, you can roll perception to see if you can hear him.
Maybe from my spot. Maybe I can hear him.
That makes sense. I'm far away too.
Okay, one more perception check.
Cool.
Sandy, you get closer to the door maybe, and you can just hear his muffled screams. It sounds like he's screaming underwater.
Oh,
It sounds like he's underwater.
Phungji kind of sighs and rubs his head. Are we going to attempt to save him? Should we take a group vote?
You can hear him screaming. It appears that he's being harmed. So you can each do one more. You can each do something, and then I will tell you what happens next.
I'm so bad at being like mean and evil. Can I try to go up and save him with a vine trestle?
Oops, I was supposed to roll one more thing here for that last one.
I'll move aside if you want to do that.
He says one racial slur towards. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't want to save him. That's just something very unforgivable. Like,
Right.
Okay, we're good. No, sorry. You go.
He shares just a lukewarm opinion. All right. We give up.
Let's head back, guys.
Okay, so now you can go ahead and take your turns. We're going to just go down in order. Lice is going to attempt to go first. But he can't because he fails automatically because of the gravity. So then it goes to Ithel, who's just kind of standing there. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to stand here and let you all decide. Same for me. I never really cared for him anyway. I might take a peep. He's going to try to roll perception. Seems that there's some kind of anti-gravity device in the other room. And there's a foul odor in the air. Do you smell that? It's a gelatinous cube. He backs up nervously. It is then the creature's turn. Let me check something real quick. Takes this at the start of their turns. No. Damage at the start of each of the cube's turns. Okay, so you continue to hear Syl screaming for help. So these three characters are like really beefy, by the way. So, and then it goes to Pip.
I look at Syl and asked him what did he see inside?
It was a gelatinous cube.
Is it exactly like what, in the ceiling, straight ahead of us?
I can only see the tail end of it, but it looks like it's on the ceiling. It's morphed to fit, the 15 by 25 foot rectangle over there. It's formed the hallway at the top of the ceiling. I couldn't see lice. Quite opaque, actually. More than
Would you
usual.
like to pull it back? See if you can.
You try to what?
Phungji. I think he was gonna try to grab him.
Grab lice?
Phungji. Yeah, he was trying to grab lice.
Well,
He said he was gonna try something.
it's your turn if you want to do something. I have to go in order, so
Mine?
I do damage within
Oh,
the
okay.
6-second
Mine?
turns. Yeah, or rounds, I mean.
I don't really have anything. I'm just gonna ready my crossbow. That's what I'll do.
Okay. Ready the crossbow. Sandy.
I want to try and get some kind of vantage point on the anti-gravity trap without going inside.
Okay. Roll perception to see if you can get the right angle on it. Yeah, if you get down on your hands and knees and look up, you can see it right above the doorway on the other side of the room.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my pen out and with one eye closed, like I'm measuring, I'm gonna very carefully toss it.
Well, you can see the
To
cube
try and-
too, just so you know. And the anti-gravity device is on the other side of the cube.
So I don't have an angle on it.
Well, you can see it because it's somewhat semi-transparent, but if you throw your pen, it'll stop the momentum of it because the cube is consuming it, or it's
Gotcha.
surrounding it.
That is devious.
It's
A
devious.
slime with an anti-gravity trap in it, so it's just sucking the stuff in.
That
Well,
is
you
crazy.
think the trap is on the wall, or on the ceiling, attached to it, and that this cube figured that out and went to it, and that's how it's been trapping its prey.
Okay. I don't know what to do, guys. She's
Can we
just
maybe?
lying on the floor, I guess, looking up.
Okay. That's fair. So you're
Oh.
you're prone currently. Then we'll just give you the prone condition.
Yeah. I guess that's her turn.
Okay. Do you want to get up from prone, or are you gonna stay down there on the ground? I think you have movement, so.
Yeah, I'll get up.
Okay.
Prone's a bad
I just
idea.
realized I was muted this entire time. Oh my god.
Well, just in time. It's your turn.
Well, no, I was saying, first of all, I was cracking up because I was like, it'd be so funny if Sandy threw her pen and it just happened to like land into like Lysa's eye. Like, like the gravity just shot it up, and it was just enough force to like hit his eye in the like gravitational slow, and you just hear like a and she's like, oh shit. Like,
Just
no,
like
anyway. I was gonna
looking
say
at for the
Phungji
SpongeBob.
wants to ask in the beginning of the turn wants to ask Sandy what she saw. Because I think Phungji can't see the thing yet, right? No one has communicated that to me.
Sandy
Okay.
saw it, yeah.
So she starts describing it. There's like a gravity trap, I think, on the ceiling, and then the slime's like covering it, but the gravity is still trapping.
How
And
high
I
up
think it
does the gravity trap look?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Perfect. And then Phungji walks up as close as he can, and he's going to cast a vine trestle straight up from the ground up through the 20 feet. And I'm assuming because it's a vine trestle and it can just stretch 20 feet, gravity shouldn't really affect it.
Like it's the
But
vine
you-
trestle is going to connect to the ground and move
all the way
horizontally.
pushing the gravity.
I mean,
feed.
vertically. Yeah.
Yes, it can. So it says, I'll double check on this. You can cause a vine to sprout from the ground across a surface or rise into the air in a direction chosen by you.
Okay.
Checking the length of it, I'm pretty sure it's actually 20 feet. Shoots. So it's climbable. That's for List to know, for like if he wants to try to climb out.
Okay.
I'm not seeing the range is 30 feet. I'm not seeing a limit on its actual length. So, yeah.
Okay, that works. So it's piercing the gelatinous cube, going all the way to the ceiling. So it's within Lysa's reach. Anything else that you want to do on your turn?
Is it pushing the button though? Because that was my intention with it.
To push the button. I see what you're doing.
Do it straight 20 feet into the air to like press into the button.
Yes, presses the button, and then all of this falls onto the ground.
Perfecto.
Hey.
Nice. Anything else?
How many steps back can I take?
Well, you moved forward. You're technically within reach of being hit. So if you step back, you'll take an attack of opportunity. An attack of opportunity can be used with melee when you move 5 feet away from a creature you're adjacent to, just like in Baldur's Gate.
Since I ready my attack proceeding, can I shoot it now with my crossbow?
Yes, you
that
can. Yes, that actually interrupts everything.
Oh, that's sick.
Good call. Shoot away, sir.
It's a 16 hit.
A 16 hits.
4 piercing.
Okay. Your arrow gets absorbed into the gelatinous cube, but it does have some damage. It's a chunk of the jelly falls to the floor. Or I guess it's, cut out of it. And then Phungji can finish his turn.
Can I, because I casted Vine Trestle. Oh, should I click that, by the way, so it actually counts as like a spell cast?
Yes, you should always click cast.
I'm sorry about that. All right, because
I'm sorry.
I've used all my second level spells, so that's pretty crucial. Wait, how did I use all my secondary? I used Spike Growth, Vine Trestle. How did I use
Use
all my
plant,
secondary?
speak with nature, I think.
That's a level 1.
Maybe
Did
hit it.
you?
I
When
might
you
have
took
done
the short
spike
rest?
growth twice because remember last time I kept like placing it because I haven't used pass other trays. I definitely haven't used locate animals or plants. I definitely haven't used fungal barricade because I'm waiting for a very dramatic moment to do that.
Okay, then you
So
just
we took a short rest. You should have those back, right?
No, not after a short rest.
I
You
see.
should have
I thought it doesn't. Did I do bark? I don't think I did bark skin either because I was gonna do that on Pip, but he survived the battle, so he was good.
you might have just done it with spike growth 3 times, but you've used it
Probably.
twice, I believe. So there you go.
No, I only used spike growth once last time just to set it out, and
Oh,
I used vine trust.
Yeah, I mean 2 spell slots is what you've used so far.
You did
Yeah,
use.
that makes
You
sense.
did use plant growth on the door.
But plant growth should be a level 3 spell.
I think it's correct now.
I just work here.
No. No, I didn't just do good. Sorry, and I'm only saying this because like I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
It'll take some
I wanna
time.
make sure
It's a
I'm not making a
big
mistake
system.
too. I'm pretty sure with the second level, none would like count as a second level spell for any reason, right? Like
Unless you
don't think-
casted unless you upcasted a first level spell to second level, but I don't think you did that. I think it looks
Wait,
right
I
to me
did.
now.
I used. You're right. I
Yeah,
used
cure
cure
wounds level
wounds
2.
at level 2.
Ah, that's why then. That is why.
Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Okay, that was a good call. Dang.
Okay.
Hot
Yeah,
chicken chow.
upcasting will do that.
All right. Glad I double checked that. I don't break rules. I'm a good sportsman. Have they known? I don't.
Do you have anything else for your
sorry,
turn?
I can't do. Okay, I can't do anything then, right?
Yeah, I guess unless you want to move away, but
I don't like risking attacks of opportunity. I'll
Okay.
brave it.
it's Lysa's turn.
Plus, I don't want to leave Sandy all by herself.
What's a gentleman?
Hmm.
End of turn.
The creature. Let's see, what is it to get out of this? Strength check. He's gonna do it. Oh, whoops, this was athletics. It should be strength. That's enough. He manages to get out. Oh my god! Disgusting! Look at me, it was horrible! Oh, I smell like shit! What the hell? He walks out and he starts to hit this thing as hard as he can with his long knife. And he deals 11 on the first hit. And... Ooh, I'm sorry, he can only hit once. I thought he could hit twice. So 11 damage. It goes to Ithel. Ithel's going to use his longbow. I really gotta fix his buttons. They're not working properly. And that misses. He's gonna hit again. That hits. Huzzah.
Hello.
1d8 plus 7. So it does 8 damage to it. Oops, no, excuse me. Yeah, 8, because that's... And there it is. Okay, it goes to Syl. Oh, you guys got to roll initiative, too. I fucked that up. Okay, so I'm gonna have finish the round with Syl, and then we're gonna start back over at the top. Actually, Syl and the cube, and then we will be going in order.
Sorry, can I quickly? I'm sorry, I drink a lot of water, but can I quickly run to the?
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, you're good.
Continue to go. Catch me up. Or am I soon in the order? Sorry, what is the order?
You'll be in like 4 turns, so you got some
Okay.
time.
All right. Sorry.
You are all Gouda. I'm just doing a couple more turns here. This thing is... Oh, it's not immune to that. Okay, good. So he's going to have his sneak. 27. Is that 50? It's like single-handedly going to kill this thing. It's insane. $13 more plus
Vengeance.
28.
He's taking his vengeance.
Oh, yeah. It goes to the cube's turn at the ends. It is going to move in. Let's see how far it can move. 20 feet. Here. Which gets, I guess, everybody. Part of people. But let's see. You all have to do a dexterity saving throw. It uses engulf. Okay, you can move 5 feet back, so Syl moves out here. And let's see, Syl.
How much we need to pass, by the way?
Engulf is a 13.
13. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I have lucky foot, so if I get a 4, oh, I didn't get the 4. Whatever. I tried it. I have lucky foot, so it if I fail dexterity saving throw, I can roll 1d4.
Oh,
See about that.
that's super nice. That's gonna come in clutch later.
Yeah. That's I just remembered it. I'm like, oh yeah, but it didn't work this time. It'll save me another day.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so if you pass, you can move 5 feet back. If you have space, keep in mind that there's not a lot. The door is in the middle, so. Let's see, did Sandy roll dexterity? There it is. That passes, so you can move, but it looks like Lice is blocking your way. So there's nowhere to move to.
What in God's name is this? This, you let him come in here? No. Well, actions.
Can I jump into Lysa's arms?
You can't end your turn in the another creature's space, which is why you're stuck there unless they're like smaller than Lice.
Hmm.
Is she
And
small?
when is my turn?
You would have to do this now because it's the effect of the saving throw. Because you pass, you can
Okay.
move 5 feet, only if you have a space to move to.
Gotcha. I guess,
Another reason to hate Lice.
yeah. I guess I moved to the door and then I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then you basically get stuck in it again because you have nowhere to run.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it my turn?
Almost.
Okay. Sorry, that was a very self-centered question.
You're fine. You're fine.
Is my
Is it my
reaction.
turn yet?
I'm guessing I'm stuck. I know.
I'm usually not stuck now.
It's
I didn't mean that.
I'm stuck. Oh my god! It is now the beginning of the round. It goes to Lice. Now we're actually in our correct initiative order because before we weren't necessarily in combat yet. So Lice is going to go. He's going to move back 5 feet. Actually, he's going to ready an action to help pull Sandy out of the gelatinous cube. On Sandy's turn, I think that. Hey yo! Thank you, Salt.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Then it goes to Pip. So when it gets to your turn and you roll to get out of this, then you let me know and he'll give you advantage.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry. Just ignore that.
It's okay, I can delete it. It's Pip's turn.
Okay. I'm wondering, can I use rabbit hop? It's a bonus action, and it removes the attack of opportunity.
Can you
Jump out of
hop?
it.
Can you hop in a gelatinous cube? That's my
Oh, yeah, I
because
know.
technically. Oh, you guys! I also forgot to make you. Yeah, you need to all take 3d6 acid damage for that. So
Okay. All right.
here's your damage from before. I fucked that up.
Did I take any initial damage?
10. Okay. 10 damage.
I should be at 30.
When it enters, if you are. Yeah, you take that when you fail that dexterity saving throw. So if you passed your dex saving throw, you're okay.
I was gone for that.
I see. You
I
are.
passed mine. I just
I did a
couldn't
dex
leave.
saving throw now.
You won't be able to get out anyway, Phungji, because it's. Well, actually, yeah, you could technically roll for it.
Whatever you need. I'm also down for AFK equals on a tentative, but just let me know what to do. I don't care about. I care, but
Roll a dexterity saving throw. We'll do it retroactively.
Okay. Is that just click on dex?
Mm-hmm.
Click on the 2, 4.
It's dexterity saving throw, so it's a separate spot. It's right underneath your attributes.
Yep. Oh,
You
that's not
failed.
a good one.
So, yeah, you've got nowhere to go. You take that 3d6 damage.
Okay. Which is 10.
It was 10. No, yes.
Okay. Sorry.
So many numbers. Okay.
So do I still take damage?
Yeah.
Because I passed. I just couldn't leave because fucking lice.
Oh, true. That's a good point. Let me check. Here it is. Okay. No, you take it because you're inside the cube still.
Heard.
Okay, so now it's Pip's turn. Pip, can you jump out of it? I would say no, because you're in a gelatinous cube, and I don't know.
So I need to walk away from it then? I have to try to get out?
You have to use a strength check to get out of there.
All right.
It's a check, not a saving throw.
Okay.
That fails.
I know. No more DM inspiration, right? It's gone, I guess?
It is gone currently. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Whew. Well. Help me, guys.
You are restrained, which means you can attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, sorry. It's an action to use the strength check, so you are, unless you cannot do anything else.
Yeah, I won't waste my action sword for that. Yeah. Help, guys! Help! I'm stuck.
Now it's Phungji's turn.
If I do poison spray, will that hurt anybody else except the cube because I'm inside of it?
If they're within your cone or whatever, yeah.
Like,
or
so
if it's like a
gelatinous part of it doesn't stop the gases. Like, wouldn't it fill it up
I think you could use it.
without any? I'm gonna cast it.
You could just spray it in a different direction,
Yeah, spray it towards the wall over there. My God, these rolls are horrible.
Con save. A 24. It passes. So it doesn't take any damage. Sandy.
Did you say Lice was going to pull me out on my turn?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. So ready to action. He is going to assist you with the strength check.
Okay. Is it a strength check or saving throw?
Check. advantage. That is enough, and he pulls you 5 feet out. That was your action. If you have a bonus action or movement that you want to spend.
Maybe ready is help action bonus.
That is an action.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna move far enough away that Phungji can get out.
Okay, it's going to take.
Comes to the-
It's going to use its reaction to do its attack of opportunity.
Oh, then maybe I will bonus action disengage.
Bonus action disengage. There you go. Okay. Ithel's turn. Ithel is stuck. He's going to use his action to get out. Fails. It goes to Syl. Syl is going to roll. Ooh. Syl is going to dash away.
He's on my shit list.
It then goes to the cube's turn.
Oh, he just left. He's just out of here, is it?
At the start of the turn, everybody in the cube takes 66 damage.
66 damage.
6d6.
All me. No, I'm kidding.
So 23.
Oof.
Alrighty.
Lice. Lice is going to go here. Where the hell did he go? He just abandoned us.
I'm dead, but right if I take 23.
Yes.
I
you
think
have to-
you're just down.
you're
So
down.
hold on, I have to 23 down. Yep.
Okay. Oof. Lice is going off about how Syl just left. He's quite irate over it. He uses his knife to hack at the gelatinous cube. Dealing 6 damage. The cube is still up. It goes to Pip. Do you want to attack with disadvantage or try to get out?
I'm gonna try to get out again.
Okay, strength check.
10.
That fails.
Jeez.
You're stuck in there. Phungji's
Still stuck
turn.
in-
Phungji, you're going to roll. Do you see that red bar across the top of your character sheet? There's a little D20 die. You're going to click on that die. It's going to roll a death save. If you get below 10, you fail. If you get 10 or higher, you pass. You passed. Nice. That's your turn. Goes to Sandy.
Lice is still in the way. I guess.
You can always move in and then move out after your attack. You just have to have the movement to move in and out.
Okay. I'm gonna stick my pen in it.
This is going to be great because I think this will be the killing blow here. 25 hits.
Our pen, that mighty pen. The pen is mightier than a sword.
It kills
Now-
the gelatinous cube. You can describe how you do this. Please describe how you do this.
So I stick it with my pen, like just kind of the like brass nib of it, because it's like that old fashioned calligraphy pen, just very
Yeah.
clockwork. It just kind of sticks it in like a deflating waterbed. It just starts to like spew out of the hole.
Oh. All the jelly just piling up at your feet.
Yeah, like it can no longer keep itself in a specific shape. And so it just starts melting out of that specific spot.
Nice. The gelatinous cube is dead. I'm going to go ahead and give you your combat XP.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
Cindy's going to try and stabilize Phungji.
Okay.
That was me vomiting sap. Can I talk when I'm in a death save? Am I like unconscious?
You're unconscious.
Okay, I won't say anything. Well, because I can't.
Huh.
And I imagine as it's like kind of spewing its guts everywhere, Pip just comes sliding out of it like a newborn baby.
All slimed up.
Oh my god. That's so gross. I love it.
With a big old smile.
Let's
I've
see
dealt
here.
with worse, guys. I've dealt with monsters worse than that.
So Sandy, roll your medicine check. Or if you're using a potion, you can just use a potion. That stabilizes Phungji, so you can go ahead and roll, or just, here, I'll do this. 3 successes, you're now stable, and you are still unconscious, though. You guys will have to do a long rest, or you'll have to do a short rest, or give him a potion to restore his HP. But he's okay. He's breathing. He's not dying any longer. You look around, there's just jelly everywhere at your feet, but there's also a number of dead bodies and some loot. You can go ahead and roll. Each of you can roll a D100 for me.
Can I roll it?
Oh.
Each of you can roll a D100.
I feel like I don't get to roll it if I'm unconscious though.
You are. It is sitting on top of your chest.
I cuddle it in my sleep.
Oh god.
Reminds
Is
me
the
of my,
is the kobold witch?
I think I got it here.
Okay. The kobold witch is
right?
not here, by the way. You guys got it. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to go ahead and get your loot. The first one is the brooch of shielding.
Oh, yeah.
I will put it in the chat for you in just a moment. This is a really good item.
We all pick where we want. Is that what's happening? Or
This one goes specifically to
different characters?
Pip.
Nice.
So it's like a Holtzman shield from Dune.
Yeah.
From what?
It is inside of your shared treasure. The second item, you got a 36. You found a cloak of protection.
Ooh.
Needs to be washed, but you found it. This is really good, though. This is really good. It's +1 AC.
Christine, are you randomly rolling the loot as well?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
It's fun. I always love getting this table up.
Yeah, because then it's a surprise for you as well.
Yes, exactly.
And
then the
where do I find this?
There should be a button somewhere on your sheet called Shared Treasure or Treasure. You're going to click on that, and you'll be able to pull the item into your inventory.
Gotcha.
And then the last one was a 46 for Phungji, and you found... Oh, this is actually really good.
I don't want it. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not sure it's good for you, but maybe...
Is
Oops,
it good
that's
for
the wrong
Sandy?
one.
Yep. Because if it's anyone else,
What's up?
I said, is it good for Sandy or Pip?
You guys can
If
always
it's for anyone
trade, but it's a It's called Rod of the Pact Keeper. It's a
Oh
+1.
shit.
It's for spell attack rolls to the saving throw DCs of your warlock spells. So it's kind of a warlock item, but it still could be worth a lot of money. Here's the wording, and I will add it to treasure. I've rolled Rod of the Pact Keeper so many times. So weird. Okay. There you go.
Cool. Hey Sandy, you want that you want me to hold that cloak of protection? Give me a little more
Uh,
time here.
You want it?
If you don't mind, my AC is pretty puny. I do have to try to get some gold so I can buy some armor. My AC is 13 at the moment.
Okay. And she's gonna slowly start taking it off and hand it over to Pip.
Thank you. I can give it back to you once I am better geared out. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, now you guys are sitting here, jelly everywhere. You've picked up your treasure, and Lice is like just irate. I can't believe he would betray us like that. Did you see that? He turned tail and ran. Unbelievable. I'm quite surprised myself. Ethel's kind of walking up ahead a little to get out of the jelly.
Phungji gurgles. I gurgle. I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna go.
Does anyone have a potion?
No potion. I used it on the last fight. We can
I suppose-
maybe take a short rest in that cube. People really can't see us, right? We can see through it though once we're inside.
Like where your head's at.
I think it's just goo on the floor.
Down
No,
here?
in that little cube that
Oh,
remember
that
we
cube.
can see. We can see through it, but
Sure. It's a little tight, isn't it? Just stop bumping shoulders with me. All right, you guys can take a short rest or you want to do a long rest?
What do we need to bring Phungji
Uh,
back up?
It could be either.
He's just one. He's just one health at the moment, and he has used some spell slots. It's up to you guys if you want to do a long rest.
Probably long rest.
Okay. Long rest, roll survival checks. And then go ahead and do your
Even me?
numbers. Yes, even you.
So Porcini, I don't know if this is what I was like diving into this stuff, but like I tried to make myself half wood elf.
Okay, you
I
pass
remember
this.
they had like a meditation thing, but I don't know if that we can talk about that another time too. I'm also down to just be a nymph forest creature.
Okay. Yeah, wood elf is like a separate race that you'd have to select. You could be like a
Okay.
descendant of wood elves or something that changed so significantly over time you are unrecognizable, you
ways.
know.
Honestly, it's yeah.
We could combine something, perhaps. Maybe you have like a feature that the wood elves have. I don't know what it is you want to try to embody, but
I just saw like the resting thing, and there was like they meditate.
oh yeah,
Right.
instead of sleeping, right?
But and that was like sort of part of my picking it. But honestly, I have so much other cool shit. I'm fine to just let it be.
We could talk about it. Let's talk about it later, if that's okay. We
Yeah.
can keep this
No,
going.
yeah, sorry about that. I just kind of like because this is the first time we've done like a long rest.
Yeah, it makes sense though. If you're a plant. Okay. So you guys have
while
taken
we're
a
doing
rest.
while we're doing the long rest, since I only have to transfer like 4 hours, can I investigate the footprints more? So like
Yes.
I wanna find out if they're actually real or if it's some kind of illusion that led us into a trap.
Sure.
That's really cool.
And
That's some
if
smart
they
shit.
are, thank you. If they are real, I want to know how she got past the trap.
Sure. The footprints appear to be of like a kobold foot. You're not sure why, but they did pass underneath the trap without leaving the ground.
Interesting.
Oh, did everyone click long rest?
So I was just waiting for
Yeah.
after all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
We get to click on it.
You can
was
yeah, you can go ahead and click on it. You passed your survival check as a group, so you're good.
Okay.
Okay. Woo.
I'll regain all of your. Wait, I have two options here.
Oh.
Go on.
I'll just read out loud just so everyone knows what I'm dealing with here. Okay, so a long rest is a period of extended downtime, of course, at least 8 hours long. That is what the books say about sleeping, during which a character sleeps or performs a light activity, reading, talking, eating, or standing, which for no more than 2 hours. At the end of a long rest, the character regains all lost hit points, and then I see a drop-down menu type of thing where it says regain all of your hit dice, or I have another option to click, regains up to half your hit dice, and in parentheses it says rules as written.
I don't know why it says that.
Which one is the regain all or regain half?
Yeah, do regain all.
Okay. It might just say that, and I'll just always pick that.
That's usually what we do. It says, as I see at the top, at least 8 hours in each carried forms. Yeah, so it was 8 hours. So you can take all of them back.
Okay.
I think it's if like you didn't do a
Cool.
full one, then you get partial or something.
Yeah. Like if for some reason it was like blizzarding or something, or I don't like
Yeah.
like something like that maybe where it's like uncomfortable sleep.
I think
by that.
Yeah, I think that's why. But okay, you're done. You've slept. We could probably do one more short scene and then we'll call it because I know it's getting late for Litz has got to go to sleep for work and stuff. So.
So actually, just throw it out there. I have off tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So...
We're playing all night.
Up to you all how you feel. So.
I'm down. I
can do another half hour.
Cool.
If that's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the perfect. Okay, that's then yeah, we can go with that. I'm gonna need to take a quick bathroom break again. I'm sorry, but
yeah, you want to take a few minutes here?
Is that okay with everybody? I'm sorry, I keep leaving all the time.
Yeah, I'll get to the restroom too.
If you say sorry one more time, bro.
I guess I have to listen to Teenage Dirtbag again.
Yeah, just go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom.
I know.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You're
Don't
gonna
worry
hear
about it.
more stories from me. It's never gonna stop. I'm just saying.
That's okay. That was okay.
It's at this point it's just a part of how I communicate. I don't know. Hey, instead of saying, I always say to this, you know, some people say sorry too much, and I get it, but it's better than someone just being a complete asshole and like
100%.
over. You know,
I'm only teasing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. My bad.
No, I sometimes I've heard this from everyone in my life. Like, everyone is like, you gotta stop apologizing so much. And I'm like, that's just how I communicate now. Like,
All right. Well, a little less communicating, more peeing.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Peaser.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're sleeping here. Liz is like pretty agitated by the fact that Syl just dipped, and I'd say he's like wants to find him, track him down, and figure out what the hell's going on. He thinks that maybe Syl's not telling everyone everything. He kind of brings up the obvious point.
Well, why don't you go find him?
By myself? You think I'm crazy enough to walk through these halls alone? We have to go together as a group.
You went through that trap door alone.
Well, yes, because I knew that I had all of you at my back. Well, I guess I didn't really have Syl at my back. Coward. Can't believe he ran away like that. I mean, he's quite capable in combat, and the thing was almost dead. It's befuddling why he would leave in such a hurry. Unless he's down here for alternative reasons that he hasn't stated, which clearly must be the case. Well, don't all just look at me.
I hate to say it, but I think he has a point.
They must both be in the bathroom. I thought Pip was still here. All right, we'll wait.
He's very deeply sleeping right now.
It's true. Oh man, I can't believe I got the Rod of the Pack Keeper. That's kind of too bad, honestly, because you can't really use that.
Yeah. It's a pretty freaking good item though.
It is.
I'm back.
So basically, Lice is just complaining about how Syl has taken off. And he's pissed about it. And he thinks he's down here for ulterior motives.
Yeah, and that's got Sandy concerned. So she kind of agrees with Lice.
Do we see like his footsteps going back, or?
Yeah, roll investigation.
I'm back.
So basically, Lice has just been complaining about Syl and how he took off. And he thinks he has ulterior motives.
Can I do I have is it turn based or
You can roll investigation.
no? I wanna wake up and be like, what happened? I'm asking the group. Like, last thing I remember was being stuck in the cube and trying to poison it.
When you wake up, you see Sandy, and she's investigating what appears to be a footprint right here on the corner of this hall. That's the only one she finds, and it looks like maybe he went this way, back the way that you guys came. Not
I asked
sure.
the group, what happened? What happened to me? What happened? Where's Syl? Did Syl die? Sorry. Should I do it in character? Is that better? Oh my god. What happened? What happened to me? Where's Syl?
I think you drowned. And Syl just kind of took off.
Oh god. Who tended to my wounds?
Me mostly.
Phungji nods with a smile on his face. That's 2 for you, 0 for me. He gets up on his feet. And Syl went which way?
He might have gone this way. And she motions to the east.
Whoa, how are you doing that?
Just hold it down.
Puccini, I have the cloak on, but it's still showing that AC is 13.
I will investigate for you.
It is equipped. I have the little.
It's because you haven't attuned
Mark on
to it, I bet.
It's an attunement one? Oh, yeah, it requires attunement. That's true. Okay. I guess in the long rest, do I attune to it, right?
Yeah, you just click on it. It's if you click on equipment, it's just above equipment.
Yeah, I haven't played. I thought I just equipped it with it. All right, I'm all good.
Okay, there you go.
So sorry.
Well, what are we going to do? We can't go after him now, can we? Or should we continue the way we're going?
Personally, I wouldn't want to step another 10 feet near Syl. He's dangerous, and if we see him again, we should engage in combat.
I think he's
I'm
down here for another reason.
Has he given us a reason to fight him? I think he just ran away.
Ah.
Looks to Pip, kind of shooting him a, we should tell them what we noticed earlier, kind of glance. Like, well, Pip, you might be better explaining this than I am.
Well, in the last instance that we had with the kobolds, uh, he had a smirk. Like he had, it looked like he had other plans. You know, me and Phungji noticed it, and we did agree on that he had other plans. We were just trying to keep an eye on him, but I guess he used the opportunity of us being trapped within the slime to run away.
Let me put you guys this way. If we do see him again, I really hope he's not with someone else because it will be a damn tough fight.
I think he's out here to... Maybe he thought that we were going to die. You know, we were all trapped in that thing, except for me, of course. He left us
You
for
don't think
dead.
you were trapped in the thing? Hold on. I saved your life.
Oh, you did, but what I'm saying is that while we were trapped in there, he fled. He probably thought we were going to die to that creature.
Phungji kind of takes note of, like, this guy. uh,
I
Look,
it
just like
might
how I told you... Or, sorry, Sandy, I don't want to step on you. You go.
I was just gonna say it might be smart of us to find him. He's if he is up to something bad, he's probably the biggest threat down here.
No, I don't know about that.
I'm not sure about the biggest, but certainly a threat, you're right. He could
That I
trifle
agree
with us in the middle of some other problem we encounter. I am concerned.
It's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing if I could acquire some of his poisons.
I say that we continue forward. We can't let him dictate our main goal here, and that's to find this artifact. And we haven't even found a place in here that would indicate where it might be located.
I feel like we should go after so I think that's the I don't want to be attacked from behind. I'd rather just deal with that or like I said, me and Fungi have felt ulterior motives from him.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever this artifact is, it's probably not actively running around loose.
Pip leans back against the wall, kind of rubs his temple. For one thing, admittedly, we don't even know if the artifact is in this direction. I wanted to help the townspeople, although that's definitely been a bit screwed up. As far as pursuing Syl, Pip, I completely agree with you in principle, but I hate to say it, he might be a bit faster than we are. How far are we willing to try to tread back? We could kind of double back, look for him, and sort of head into the Mushroom Village. And there, I think we all have to take a breather, but I guess I'm opening this up to more of a conversation amongst us.
Didn't Sandy find his steps? Which way did he go again?
Found one step on the corner of this hall, which it seems to indicate he went right.
Oh, okay. So he
Which
kind
is
of went
back.
back.
Which would be backtracking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're not entirely sure of that. He is very, very good at certain things, so.
Sort of subterfuge. No. So,
Oh,
I-
did you see what East just said? Unless we're going to PvP. Oh. Is that a challenge?
I would
Is
be
that a
mind blown
threat?
if you had Syl as an actual other player that's been like feeding you his roles. But okay.
I don't think he's talking about Syl. He was talking about my comment in the stream.
Spy.
It's so funny. Well,
Phungji, I mean, I said my piece. Did you? Sorry if I did I articulate that correctly? I just want to
Yeah.
make sure you guys.
Mhm.
Okay. To sum it up, I think we could double back to see if we can catch up with him, but we should not. I guess I'll say one more thing in character. I hate to admit it, but we're way in over our heads here. Giant plants, giant beautiful plants, gravity ceilings with gelatinous creatures. We've been ambushed time and time again. If there's any time for meditation and training back in the peaceful Mushroom Village, I'd say it's there. If there's anything of threat down here that finds us to be a threat, they'll come to the Mushroom Village. We could be in a defensive matter, and then we know whatever they're looking for probably is something to do with the artifact they're looking for. If it's that important.
I agree. I think maybe we should look for more tracks, but failing that, we should probably head back to the Mushroom Village, at least check on them. So that way we know he didn't go there and we have a better idea of where he may have went.
Or maybe he went to see Moel too. Maybe we could check on him too as well.
It's very.
What if he went to eat him?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Thinking.
Oh, that's a crazy. I didn't
Sandy's
forgot
gonna
about
start
Morale.
running.
okay.
Not even like an
Sandy.
hour.
Sandy's just gonna dash. She's going to morale.
You guys find out Phungji has like a 1 hour memory capacity.
It has been a long time, right? You guys have rested for 8 hours, so just keep that in mind.
We also
When you
took some short rest too, right?
what's that?
We also took some short rest as well.
Took a short rest after in the room.
Yeah. So time.
Traveled, met the yeah. I mean, like
You took a long
Probably
rest in the invisible room.
Mhm.
So when
so
you
it's
get
probably been like 12 hours.
yeah, when you get back to
Something like
here, you find only Morel's feet.
Oh, shit.
He ate him.
We need to go back to the village immediately. All of those creatures are now in danger. If
Alright.
Syl was the one that ate this, he's willing to eat it. He'll either eat the rest of them himself, or he'll try to capture them, or he'll tell someone else. We need to go to them. And look, I know it crossed Pips in my mind to eat poor Morel once he's dead, but
100,000 damage.
I hit kill and it does just like a huge amount to kill.
No.
It's so ridiculous. I didn't notice that. That's so funny.
Syl is Ren. No.
Oh my god. All right, so you're going back to the Mushroom Village.
Well,
Yep,
I'm just
double time.
suggesting it. I don't. Is Liz? or
Yeah,
Ithel-
I believe yes. That's the best thing.
Okay. I'm guessing Porcini, Ithel, and Syl don't have an argument there.
They're willing to go.
If the village is decimated, I'm just gonna go join the carnivorous tree.
Oh my god.
When you get back, that's fair. When you get back, you're greeted with Mayor Mush.
Oh, hi there, guys. It's me, Mayor Mush. I'm sure glad to see you're okay. How's your journey been so far?
Did the guy with the bow come through here?
The guy with a bow? Oh, that other feller that was with you? I haven't seen him around. What? Something happened? Was there a disagreement? You know, I'm real good at de-escalating. If you guys sit down and you're willing to compromise, I'm sure we can come to an arrangement.
Phungji looks around at the group. He's kind of waiting for someone to speak up. He looks frustrated.
Pip looks around. I want to see if maybe I can maybe spot something hiding.
Roll perception. You see nothing out of the ordinary. Everything appears to be normal in the Mushroom Village. You see Grand Mushroom in the distance, sitting outside her porch, smoking whatever leaf cigars. Everybody else is going about their business as normal. Doesn't appear to be anything unusual. You can roll an intelligence check to piece something together. You need just like a little bump to kind of make the logic here make sense.
No, that's a good roll.
Sandy,
Wait.
you realize, why would he come back here to eat another mushroom? Once you eat one, you unlock the potential for level 9 spell slots. There's no need to eat anymore. So then why is he hiding inside of
Wait.
the ruins? And why did he want to see you die?
Was there like a wisdom she just gained from that? Is that what you just did there? Is that?
The intelligence check?
Oh, I missed. Sorry, I thought you said Sandy gained the level 9 spells by realizing.
No, he did. Right?
I thought you were like. I thought
yeah.
you were doing like a like Sandy realized past moral consequences. Like,
No. Syl ate the mushroom and got the benefit of it. He doesn't need to eat another one to get any more benefit. He's already unlocked the potential. He still has to level up into something in order to use that potential. But
are they like a one-time use? Like once you have one,
once you eat it, you're good. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not a compile. Like if you have 50 of them, it doesn't. You there's no need.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And they're perceived that way, right? Like for the most part by intelligent people.
Yep. Everybody knows that. That's a well-known fact. Well,
So
fairly well known.
I was gonna say like some glutton, of course.
Yeah.
Mayor Mush,
Yeah?
do you remember Morale?
Oh, Morel, you know, I haven't seen him for a real long time.
Yeah, so you sent him to die.
Yeah.
He escaped. We found him. We helped him.
Oh, wow.
Syl doubled back when we were in a fight, and he ate Morale.
Oh, jeez, I feel terrible.
Phungji walks up in between them and puts his shoulder on the mayor. And he asks him, straight in the eyes, did you ever think at one point in your leadership that it would just all come out of your control?
Well, it kind of feels like it's already out of my control.
It's happening right now. It's out of your control. And Phungji's kind of nodding at him. He looks at Sandy, and then he looks back at Pip, and he's like, Mayor, you got to gather your townspeople and definitely gather the old hag. We got to all talk to you. I don't know. Sorry, I should have put the accent on for that.
Sure, we'll go over to Gran's house and talk to Gran, if that's what you want.
Everyone in the village.
Okay, well, it'll take me a few minutes.
All right, let me get Gran out here. Where did she go? There she is.
I guess while that's happening, so the way I figure it, he ate Morale. He doesn't need to eat anyone else. He's got what he wants, obviously.
Sorry, is this OOC or in
Character.
Okay.
In character.
Do you want to just like all like have our own little powwow?
Yeah.
While he's gathering people, that way it's like
Yeah.
Okay, so keep saying. So yeah, you see that he ate him. He doesn't have need to come back here.
Yeah. So I don't know what his motive is. I don't know what his plan is, but he probably either left because he got what he wanted, or that was just a step in his plan. What do we know what artifact we're looking for?
I DM'd you, Salt. And then, yes, you know what it kind of looks like. You have a sketch of it. It's some kind of artifact that is within the manufacturing area of this giant city. You believe it has to do with Warforged technologies, though you're not exactly sure of its use. You just know that it powers Warforged. And the government of Paradise Bay wants to get this because 1,000 years ago, the Warforged technology was actually a little bit more advanced than the current Warforged technology on the surface.
Understood.
Phungji's
Yeah.
gonna wait for your response.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. Um, it's just, you know, I'm just trying to understand the whole situation now. You know, I feel for these people. I just worry what's the next thing is going to happen.
That's fair. Well, by the time you guys are kind of talking, the people are gathering, and Grand Mush has come out. Mayor Mush is there. All the Mush people.
Well, what's this all about? Another problem?
Phungji puts his hands on Sandy and Pip real quick and goes, "Do you mind if I take the lead? I promise it's all in the spirit of their survival."
Yeah.
Phungji steps forward and approaches the crowd and goes, "We have reason to believe that all of you are in further danger, and not from the Blood Oaths, but from the people above you, people like us, and from where we came from. We want to try to work with you right now to understand that you may not survive if you stay down here any further. As to where else you can go, well, we're all going to have to talk about that together, but I came from a part of the forest where all the creatures communicated together, not just ones of their own species. And because," and he shoots the kind of mayor and old lady a grimaced look, "some of your elders have been keeping secrets from you. I just think that everyone in the colony deserves to know." Phungji nods and sort of takes a step back, letting them all kind of figure it out for themselves.
Well, that's terrible news. I didn't know so many people wanted to harm us. I thought it was just those kobolds. Did you solve the problem at all? Did you track them down? I mean, what are we expected to do if they're still on the loose?
Phungji looks at Sandy and Pip, kind of shakes his head and with a smile.
Did you find their camp? I mean, it sounds. Did you fight them at all or see them?
We fought them. Sorry.
Yeah. We ran into some of them, but then we ran into a pretty kind of crazy trap. Maybe a little too crazy for kobolds.
Oh, interesting. Are you sure, though? I mean, they have had access to our people, if you know what I'm trying to say, for a long time. I mean, some of their mages are quite talented.
Phungji walks up to the elder, kind of gives her an intimidating look, and I'm going to roll an intimidation roll.
Okay.
Should I roll it first and then ask, or ask while I roll it?
Ask your question so I know what it is and can amend it as we go.
Granny Morel. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's not too younger than yourself. Was found in the dungeons. He's not alive anymore, if you were wondering. And he had a lot of things to tell us about you. And we know you're hiding things, so you might as well speak them now, because it doesn't just matter for your survival and your entire village. It actually matters to ours as well. So I'd like some answers. My party would like some answers.
She leans back in her chair.
Why do I always roll horrible rolls for these?
She leans back in her chair. She pulls up she kind of use her what is it, burning crate flame in her hands. She lights up her leaf cigar and takes a big puff out of it real calmly, blows a big circle, kind of floats off in the distance before it disperses. Then she looks over it and she goes,
"I've got nothing to hide. Nothing at all. Everything I've done to help the people of this beautiful village. They all know that. I know that. You know that."
Phungji sticks his twig that he put up before in his mouth, aggressively chews it.
I want to run an insight check from her saying that.
Sure. Something doesn't sit right with you, but you're not quite sure what it is.
All right. I basically just jump on Phungji's shoulder because I'm pretty short. I know she's probably like kind of my height too, but I want to give her that, looking down to her basically.
You get a plus
Oh.
1 as intimidation for the height.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
I want to give it to you.
And basically, I tell Granny, like, Granny, something doesn't sit right to me. You need to tell us the truth, because the way you're speaking, the way your energy is coming towards me, something doesn't feel right.
All right, so you're going to assist Pip with that intimidation, or are you rolling it on your own?
Well, I guess Pip was asking if like standing on my shoulders gives him
Yeah.
any kind of aid to the intimidation roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
try to height. Yeah, give it that height.
If I can
Roll
something
advantage.
else with that, like,
Okay. Oh my God, we both rolled 3. Oh,
Granny's
God damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything I've done for the people of this village.
Then Miss Mayor Mush walks up and he goes,
Yeah, Granny's done a lot to help all of us out. Well, ever since she was a little orphan girl and showed up in our village, she's done nothing but amazing things. That's right.
Mayor Mush, and Sandy's gonna flip through her notebook to the notes that she took when she was talking to Morel. How old do your species usually live?
Oh, well, typically between 50 and 60 years of age.
Then why is she older than that?
I don't know
About
what you're
65?
talking about. I'm about 59, I believe. When I arrived in the village, I didn't know my exact age, but probably around 59. Well, that sounds right about me to me. Well, why do you
What if
ask
I told
that?
you she was lying?
Huh?
And what if I told you she was lying?
Well, what do you mean? Granmush never lies. Nobody lies around here. We're all truth tellers. Exactly. I'm a truth teller.
Routine, is there
I
anything
get
I can
the
do with
feeling.
you? Or sorry, Sam, if you're still going.
I get the feeling she's not actually one of you guys. I think she's just pretending.
Whoa! Well, that's a scary thought. Oh, this is lies and propaganda is what this is. Lies and
Mayor-
propaganda.
Mayor Mush, tell me, what other differences does she have from the rest of you?
Well, I mean, she doesn't always eat the same food we eat. But I thought that was just, down to subjective taste.
What if it isn't?
Well, you're starting to plant some awful dark thoughts in my pretty little mind.
Sorry, Mickey. No. They were just like coming into Disney World and just destroying the piece that was. But the irony of that is probably there's a lot of darkness under Disney World to begin with. Can I do a nature check?
Sure
on
can.
Granny?
Yeah.
That is horrible.
Can
I'm
I
the worst druid
snatch
ever.
the cap off her head?
Yes, you can. The cap comes off, and well, so I know that the picture is a little misleading, so it should look like Morel, basically.
I'm
So she
pretty
should,
much sure.
yeah. I'm sorry for that. So it should be like look like an actual mushroom. So if you don't do that, then you could do something else. It's up to you.
Okay. I don't want to actually mutilate her. I felt like the cap was maybe fake.
Yeah. I didn't have a better picture, and I was trying to look for an old woman, and that was what I found.
Gotcha.
And like an AI thing.
Yeah, I need an AI for that.
I think I'm down for if you ever need like the time to like give it another prompt. Totally down to wait. Like if you need like the on the fly, because sometimes you need to give it like feed it like a whole different prompt
True.
to like give it. I'm sorry to be so AI savvy. I'm just this is a total different conversation for another time. But I'm diving into it way too much because I'm afraid of it. But anyway,
What do you guys do?
can I keep like trying? I want to try one more persuasion roll.
Can I help with that? Like, I don't know, use this sort of ploy that I'm trying to help with that persuasion roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess it wouldn't be persuasion. If you're doing a ploy, I'm gonna go for deception.
Oh,
If you wanna,
I mean, I'm trying to get people against her, I guess.
so
So,
that would be deception, right?
maybe intimidation.
I
If
would say,
she's feeling like she's losing the support of everybody.
yeah, that makes sense to me because you're trying to tell the truth. You're not trying to deceive. So
Oh, I was gonna say something entirely different.
thank you
like
for the
something that
discount. Inbound.
maybe would like be a better role in your judgment to convince her, but it's deceptive on my end because it's a lie. I'm gonna try to lie.
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
You sure? I mean, Sandy, if you
You
think
can
you
each
have an idea.
you can each do one more thing, and then we're gonna bring this to some kind of conclusion.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll do mine first since I just did that whole thing. I'm gonna look at Granny Mushroom.
Okay.
So, are you ready to start telling us the truth, or should I keep reading?
I've already said the truth. There's no lies coming from me. I wouldn't harm my children.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
What do you say to her to intimidate her?
Oh, the part about me continuing to read the truth.
She gets nervous.
You don't need to do that. Why don't you come inside and we can talk privately?
Do you think we gathered all these fellow mushrooms for no reason? No, I'm gonna do it right here.
And then what do you reveal?
That's the bluff. I don't think I
I
have
see.
any more from Morel.
That's not a good.
So that's what I was trying to do with the intimidation was
I
And
see.
can I stop her before she reveals the bluff and try my deception?
No, I think that's enough. It passed. So she goes,
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah. Let's go inside and have a talk. There's no need to do this in front of all these wonderful children.
then the mushrooms begin, yeah, I want to know. And then another one's like,
Yeah, tell us. It's not fair of you to hide things, Granmush.
yeah, not fair. And she's looking really visibly nervous now. She kind of stands and she begins to sort of tremble. She tries to back up toward the stairs and she trips and falls. And she fails. She bonks her head on the floor, which interrupts her concentration on the polymorph spell that she had been casting.
oh my god.
I'm going to move you a bit.
Oh, God. Oh.
It's a kobold mage or wizard.
Wow, wow, wow.
Look, just let me go. I'll make an arrangement with my people. We'll stop eating the mushrooms. There's no need to harm me.
I think we should kill her, drag her to the carnivorous plant, and then we need to figure out how to save everyone else.
So the kobolds had this arrangement where basically there was an orphan, which was really just them pretending to be like a infant mushroom, right? And he grew up in the village, and they used the kobold leadership to make sure that they had a steady supply of mushrooms to increase the magic of their people to the north of these people here.
Yeah, I'm honestly not that mad about it. You know, everyone's got to survive. I wish we were cunning to catch it. I'm pissed that Syl found out that these mushrooms exist down here. But that's out of character.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do with Granmush here?
We'll let you go, but you're taking us to your village.
Sure, yeah, anything for you. I don't want any trouble. No, right this way.
Phungji stops everyone, looks at Pip and Sandy, and kind of goes to Sandy. If we go to their village and there's 50 of them, they're going to attack us. We already killed their people. We had one of them go back. They know. They know the conflict between us and them. Nature fights itself constantly for survival. I'm sorry, Sandy. Things have been set in motion here. Beasts are hungry. And I don't just mean the beast in the other room. I mean the beast that is the kobold is as hungry as the beast that we saw in the room. Is as hungry as the beast that still goes back to feed. Everything feeds for itself.
As you
If we
talk,
go back with her, it'll be conflict and violence.
as you talk about this, you can hear all the mushrooms crying.
Ho ho ho! I can't believe Granmush was a kobold. Ho ho ho!
Can Phungji
So,
or sorry.
what are you suggesting we do? We just let this go?
I think, and
It's
Pip, you tell me if you disagree, we should restrain her and let the people of this village decide her fate, not us.
Then,
As she decided the fate of the village many years before.
before you can say anything else, Mayor Mush goes,
Well, I've about had enough of this shit. Get her!
and all the mushrooms run in and tackle the kobold, and they begin to restrain her. And they start dragging her through the forest here, or this area.
oh no.
And Granmush gets up on this rock right over here, and all the people of the village are surrounding the rock. You guys are kind of here in the backdrop, so you can imagine there's like 100 mushrooms or more out here.
Yeah.
Mayor Mush is at the top.
Well, I'm sick of being lied to. I'm sick of being pushed around. I say we take this here kobold and we string her up and hang her. And then we get our troops together and we march north to fight these stupid things. I'm ready to go to war.
Can Fungi cast Druid cast and make a little storm happen?
Yeah.
Dramatic effect.
Yeah, the storm begins, right, and the lightning strikes, and all the mushrooms are like, yeah! They all lift their like little mush pitchforks up, you know?
Sandy's gonna look at Phungji and just kind of shrug and say self-improved.
Fungi has a giant smile on his face. He
I know, we
jumps-
got a mushroom army.
Fungi jumps up on the rock and gives like a big cheer to everyone.
Great, yeah.
No longer will we show your people live in fear.
You'll be, and these here folks, they'll be our friends. But if anybody else gets in our way, anybody else at all, we're gonna mow them down.
And everyone screams, yeah! So there's some consequences there. Now these mushrooms will be moving out into the dungeon itself. And
Hey,
so
can I
anything
talk-
they
can I
find,
talk- Do that?
they what? Can you what?
Can I talk to them before they do that?
Sure, yeah.
Now? Or like they're going right now?
They're gathering and they're going to get ready within the next day to march north to fight the kobolds and anything else that stands in their way.
All right, I want to try to convince the mayor that it's actually not a great idea.
You can roll persuasion with
said-
disadvantage. This is a like decades long thing. I mean, actually centuries long thing. Well, I guess decades because of Grant, but yeah.
Can I have aid from Sandy and Pip while I do so? Or am I on my own because I'm on the rock?
You're kind of on your own. You're surrounded by a crowd. There's thunder and lightning happening. These people have been lied to for a long time. Hey, yo, thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Persuasion. Should I roll it first, or should I say what I need to say?
I guess say it, right?
There is a shout out. I will give another shout out in just a moment. Thank you guys.
Which one?
Sorry, we're just getting raided. Welcome in, Raiders. You can go ahead and roll your persuasion check, but you'll have disadvantage. And then what was your other question?
Well, should I say it first? Like, will that affect my like if I say
It
the right
might.
thing?
Yeah, it might.
Okay. Gotta really gather myself here. Could make things worse. Could make things better. Could make things exactly as they are. But that's nature for you. Listen, Mayor.
Yeah?
I may have jumped up here to inspire your people to go attack, and I don't think there's a reason you shouldn't. I do think there's a reason you should. But from what we face in those halls, you'll lose a lot of your men. And look, we're heading that way too. We'll go with you. We love your aid. But you guys, you should stay here and take time to practice your military tactics, advance yourselves. I mean, hell, I'd be down to train you a little bit if I can. But if you go in there, there's more than any of us here has ever dealt with. And I hate to say it, we're the people that came back here to tell you what's going on. So if you don't mind just listening to us on this a little bit, I believe in you and your people. So please, don't rush into things too rashly. You have your victory here. Savor it for a little while.
Okay, here's everything you have to say. Go ahead and roll your persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'm going to roll like a 2.
Okay,
That's
hold
not
on.
horrible.
This is going to be with a +5 on the roll. 18 beats you.
Well, fuck that! I want vengeance!
It's done an 18.
Yep, 18, because it's a +5. I don't have
That was
the
an
stat.
18 for me to convince him.
It's like your persuasion check didn't exceed his check, so he wins. But I called the +5 before I did the roll because I don't have the dice set up for that specific character. But
While this is all going on, can Sandy go for a walk?
sure.
I think she's gonna head out in this direction.
Where did you go?
To the west.
Oh, there you are. Okay. What are you doing
Just
here?
out to be alone. Do you want to finish what they're doing, or?
Let's go to you real quick. I'm curious.
Okay. Yeah, so Sandy's gonna go out to where she's alone and call Syl's name.
Just call it out loud. There's no
just
no
gonna-
response.
No response? Okay. Just gonna check her pocket watch and probably just hang out for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's just completely still. There's a dark cloud in the distance. You kind of glance back. You see the mushrooms. They're lifting their pitchforks over their heads angrily. They're ready to march. No sign of Syl. Meanwhile, back at the Rock, Mayor Mush has decided that it is time to march within the next day. They don't really want your help either. They said that what you should be doing is, going back to whatever mission that you came down here to accomplish. That this is a fight that they have to do because they've been living under the tyranny of these kobolds for a long time.
Pip tries to talk to the mayor, saying, "You can hire us. We have all been, fighting monsters, individually. I am a master trophy hunter, so I have dealt with, many battles. If
Roll
you want, you
persuasion.
can hire us."
Can I add to his plea like and also an ask one more time to go with them, not convince them otherwise?
I appreciate all of your offers of assistance, but this goes deep. The hatred is strong for the kobolds, and we're rather tired of being bullied. I do appreciate all of you, but you have to understand that this is a historical moment for us. It's time for the mushrooms to rise up and defend our own. Something we have to do ourselves. I hope you can appreciate that.
Can I do one more plea, Porcini, or
Nope.
no?
It is done. They do not want the
No,
help or the assistance.
I know. It just kills me. I want to fight with the mushroom people.
They've been lied to for a long time.
I
You
know.
can follow them, right?
With
You
them.
could follow,
I'm not-
yeah.
no, sorry, I'm not trying to persuade them to not do it. It's a plea to join them now.
Okay. Why don't you roll a... man, they rolled so high on it.
Well, I want to roll a nature roll as a part of nature. I want to help you thrive. This is now. I'm not trying to convince them to stop. I'm like, well, if you're gonna go, we'll fight with you. Sort of what Pip was doing too.
Oh my god, Smoke sent me this. That's so funny, bro.
I know I know we keep we.
You can
just
come
announced it.
along. You can come along. But that's it. I'm not going to help you if you fall. We're on a march. This comes down to us taking our vengeance. Are you going to be okay with that?
More than okay with that. He taps him on the shoulder and jumps down off the rock.
Things go wrong. We won't be responsible for you.
And us to you. He gives him a little finger gun.
He does it back. He tries to mimic
With
it.
his little glove hand, I'm assuming. It's just his hand.
Where did your friend go, by the way? Oh, shoot. I'm getting called over to do some organization. I'll be back. Actually, I
Funny,
won't.
looks like
I need to sleep.
He runs off.
Pip, we should go check on Sandy.
Yeah.
She's probably heading back by now.
Do we see her, like, her path where she's going to now? Since we saw her go west, but do we see how far she went?
You didn't, but by the time you start moving in that direction, she's already walking back.
We'll stay by this little tree.
Do you guys miss me?
Where do you go, Sandy?
Just went to find a bush.
Find a bush. That's weird. Can I roll an insight check? See.
This will be contested if you decide to do that, meaning she'll have to try to roll like a cool check. Is that okay?
Like find a bush, like go to the bathroom.
Oh, say it again.
Like find a bush to go to the bathroom.
Wait,
Oh, okay. I understand. That's,
roll
we
deception.
definitely all need-
You are lying. I'm going to force this contested. Is that okay? So some people don't like that, but
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Oh my god.
You get
That's what-
DM inspiration. And that just because it's that's pretty
What do I
epic.
do with that?
You can
What do I do with the inventory?
means you can
you
re-roll
say
any D20 roll.
Inspiration.
Sandy does. And then
Okay.
Pip,
Well, I'm not re-rolling this one.
roll insight. Yeah, you believe her. Well, that's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's reasonable. Okay. Everybody got to use the restroom. All right, understandable.
I'm gonna say my dialogue to Sandy, of course. Sandy, I'm sorry I got carried away there. I don't think we've had much time to talk alone, the three of us, and I've really looked at you both as better companions than the other two, and clearly we were right about one of them. Probably two of them. But I must apologize. I got too involved with the mushroom people there and my own passions. And I should give you more credit. You've saved my life twice now, and I do hope if there's anything troubling you, that you have the confidence and trust in us to tell us as well. Phungji kind of leans back and not so nervously nibbles on his twig.
I mean, I think I've already been pretty vocal that Sill's probably our biggest threat down here, especially if we're going to go through with our mission.
I agree.
I just get the feeling that he left us. I don't think he ran away out of fear.
I agree as well. We could be ambushed at any minute by him. He could be coming back in months from now. So look for the mushroom people. That was my main concern. But he will probably tread our footsteps if the artifact we're looking for is indeed valuable.
Yeah.
I found what I'm looking for down here, but given the debt of saving my life twice and the spirit that Pip's imbued me with, I feel compelled to continue forward with you guys, although I will ask if I can return the favor. I'd like to double back and check out those carnivorous beasts a bit more.
Sure.
Can I force a contested check here again?
Yeah.
Okay. Phungji, since you're doing the talking, roll insight. And Sandy, roll performance. Okay. Proceeds as normal. Where are we going from here?
Phungji leans a bit up. Sorry, you go.
I suppose the best way to find Syl is to find the artifact. If I'm correct in that he wants us to die down here, which the first time we got here to this village, that was kind of something that Ithel said. Lice as well, was that it doesn't really make sense that we're down here unless we weren't supposed to make it back. So I think completing our mission, he's got to try and stop us.
Phungji looks at Pip for his insight.
I think we should just move with the mushrooms right now. Kind of wasting time. I know they're going to be moving on ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, probably go with them, but then split off at some point in search of the thing.
Artifact.
Fortunately, Sandy, I fear that there they are.
There's the mushroom army. Thank you to Smoke for the fan art. Thank you, Smoke.
Amazing.
Oh,
Made this?
that's
An-
all.
If
an
you just
AI.
painted that,
Yeah, he just painted it.
he painted that so quick.
Yeah, sure, like some kind I mean, maybe he used AI Illustrator tools like to speed it up. But,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It's a crazy world, but
It's a crazy world.
Phungji kind of like looks guilty, and he's like, "I don't disagree with your mindset, Sandy. I don't know which way the artifact is. It could be the complete opposite way that we decide to go, but we are heading towards the threat that we promised to kill." And Phungji kind of looks even more shameful. I did kind of stir them up, and I did kind of, you know, influence them and promise them I'd stand behind them. And unfortunately, when you say let's take a step to the side, I don't know how far they'll all make it. They're not exactly the bravest, most cunning warriors that I've ever seen.
Wasn't it you that was saying that nature is taking its course?
It is, but sometimes a group of salmon will swim itself right into a couple of bears' mouths.
Group of salmon?
Yes. In this case, a group of mushrooms into kobold or something that I think might be much worse than that. And perhaps we're the salmon. And the mushrooms are simply what we're chasing as well.
I think going along with this analogy, I think we need to pretend to be the salmon, but really be the bear. For Syl.
Rarely do bears chase their prey down a stream. They chase their prey in a forest. But I understand your point of view, and I agree with the sentiment.
Well, I mean, we let him think he's leading us into a trap, but really we're leading him into us because we're the bear.
I must say, and Pip, you're a man of the Traverse Wilds, and apologize if you haven't partaken in your expeditions yourself, Sandy. But I spent a lot of time in nature most of my life. It was the most happiest times I've ever lived. But as I trudged through the sewers and tried to acclimate myself to whatever it is that civilization is in Paradise Bay, I've come to neglect a lot of it. But the one thing I've realized is that gold and money or currency is king, and unfortunately, this entire army of living beings that I see before me are something worth value, and I constantly have a moral dilemma of what nature is exactly in the face of this constructed civilization. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit philosophical here. Phungji sits down in the tree and kind of nervously bites on his twig a bit more, kind of pondering. I've encountered thoughts down here that are changing the way I perceive things. It's been a couple of years since I've seen nature like this anyway.
You look
It kind of
around.
fades out.
You can see the mushrooms moving about, even though they're in this warlike mode where they want vengeance. It's just refreshing to see the original Paradise Bay flora and fauna just producing such beautiful trees and like all the ecology that's here. Just it's so unfamiliar to you because it's been so long since it has been, available on the ground. You kind of look over and you see Liz and Ithel kind of not laughing, but they're like kind of chuckling to each other. Maybe they're deep in a conversation. And you realize that maybe they're not so bad after all. Lice maybe he's a little hard to digest at times, but he's not Syl, Maybe he's not the evil person you'd assumed. And then as the cloud kind of subsides, you kind of realize that a very long adventure is in front of you, and many dangers lie ahead. And this is where we will cut our scene, and then we will start up next time. All right. Okay.
All right.
GG's.
Ooh.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Sorry, I gave a bit of a soliloquy at the end there.
No, I loved it. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
The whole everything kind of wrapped up. It was good. It was really good.
Can we get a reply? Like, I don't know if Tried It and Salt had like some responses to that, but like,
Oh, sure.
is that like a next session?
No, I was just like inspired. I was just listening.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just like.
Was what I was saying making sense? Because I started to trip over my own thoughts.
Yeah.
As,
Yeah, I loved it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Your character's
Yeah.
a very philosophical plant.
Sandy definitely empathized.
Welcome in,
but I don't
everybody.
think it changed her mind.
Welcome
no,
in.
and I want you to
Thank you
know,
for the raid, Dragon. I
don't-
appreciate it.
And no
We're just
offense,
wrapping up
Pip,
D&D.
but like, I have complete faith and trust, and almost like ready to just like, if you were aggressive enough, or like not even aggressive enough, like just like enough to be like, hey, no, I want to take lead here, I would follow you because you've saved my life twice now.
Thank you. I
And that's
appreciate
where
the
like I
follow.
respect Pip, but like you, to me, you're like, oh shit, like I would be
Let's go.
twice now. So
Well, Pip loves to jump into the fire. As you can say.
Thank you for
He
the
does love
follow.
adventure.
Welcome in,
He-
everybody.
that's
We're just
he-
at the
he
tail
always
end of our
hides that
D&D
spirit,
session.
Just jumping into, situations that might not even work out. Like there was like two situations that I was already below 5 health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He understands it, and that's where his bravery comes out. He's willing to go an arm's length for people as well.
I
I
love
think
it.
our dynamic is so cool too. Like,
I do too.
Mhm.
which by the way, Saul, I love that you're not combat. Like you're like, I don't know. For some reason, I expected like everyone to be involved in combat because like we're all gamers, and I love that you chose not to do that because like it's super realistic. It's like you're a scholar, an archaeologist of sorts. I don't know exactly the exact profession you're like trying to encompass. I guess some kind of engineer type of thing, right? Like,
Archaeology, but just
yeah.
the nature of the archaeology means that she's studied older clockwork mechanisms.
Which is super cool, and it makes sense that you wouldn't be like violent, like or combat
Yeah.
experienced. And I don't know, just because we played like a few MMOs together. Like I was just like, oh, you're gonna go in there and fight. Like
Yeah.
you did, and I
Just
was like, that
usually
was
I'm the
super
tank.
cool because it's a fun disadvantage for us, which I wasn't expecting. Like I don't know,
Well, that's
just
nice to
appreciating
hear because I felt really bad being out of combat last week.
it.
Oh
So
no, not
That's
at all.
that's
I
my
did see the
yeah.
story with that. Like I did see the background. You know, I did
Oh,
understand it,
good.
and
Yeah, that's why I asked
but I did
G if I
love.
could have a pen that I
I
can.
did love the high damage rolls. I love that. Like it's like the the pen is mightier than the sword.
he's so,
You know,
Yeah.
I
say
just felt that like that whole time. I'm like, oh my god, it's awesome.
Uh,
and
I,
it's don't feel bad about it because I like it. Like I don't know, and you've saved my life twice without even being a healer, too, which is kind of like cool. Like so, like your values is there in like a survival sense, at least in my character's mind. Like plus, oh, you solved the puzzle to get into the church, like from the thing to begin with.
Oh yeah. The yeah. To get down here.
Like Phungji thinks you're like the most competent on the mission.
That's
No offense to you,
no.
and Pip.
No, I'm
I
just
just think
muscles
it's funny
here.
how,
That's all I am.
so I'm trying
He
to
also like
portray her
I
as
know
like
like
Yeah.
very, very mousy and like sheepish. So it's kind of funny that you see her as very confident or competent, despite her being like scared and nervous because she's never been on a what's it called a mission. I guess she's been like in the library doing the studying in the record keeping.
I think like my character, especially like I'm trying to take on the point of view of like a true like a true nymph druid who's like only not really known humans, which is fun that Porcini like they're not even existent in this universe, or this at least like this at this time.
this planet,
Um,
just this planet. They're
yeah, I know-
existent. They exist on Owania, which is the planet that the other group comes from. They're also in the dungeon, right? But they came through a portal. They came through the Silspore passage to get here because they're trying to fight Rin and all that other stuff. So
I guess my character like human. I guess more humanoid creature. Like elves are obviously very different, but in a nature standpoint, like I look at deer and this and that. So what I was getting at was like the coyness of your character to me as has no translation to being weak or meek like you're saying. Like to me it's like I look at things a different way, like how your actions perceive and stuff rather than because in nature animals mainly communicate through like actions and like
yeah,
body movement and stuff.
Yeah.
it's cool. I really liked how you guys pushed the Granmush. It was so good. That was so good. And honestly, the idea about eating the mushroom, that was all your idea. I just took that and ran with it because I thought it was brilliant. And then it fit in perfectly.
Wait, what do you mean?
Meaning I hadn't thought of it, and then I used it once you said
Oh.
it.
Oh,
We basically
that
killed
was like,
morale
what
through
if
our
he ate Morel?
ideas.
Wait, so I killed Morel?
Wow.
I shouldn't tell you that,
In a
but
way, it sounds like we did.
yeah, in some ways.
You have to get his feet and revivify him.
There you go.
It becomes our whole party's motivation to revive
Wait.
morale.
Wait a minute. If we cast resurrection on him, he can come back as any species.
Yeah.
And Matt, I don't think we can do that because I think it has to be within 24 hours. There's no way we could do it, but it would be funny to bring back Morel as a completely different species
That would be
and make him like a
hilarious.
main character.
I'm down to try it if Porcini allows it.
If you can
I-
find a resurrection, yeah, but it's going to be hard. There will be opportunities to roll on the magic table, though, in the next 24 hours,
Yeah.
possibly. So
I mean, you're a druid, right, Phungji?
I don't have resurrection though.
I think that's a higher level spell too, right?
Not as a spell.
Probably.
Yeah.
it's very high.
I have cure wounds, but he wanted to die. I was like half on the fence. I was like, well, like animals eat each other, like. But then I guess it wouldn't benefit me. I thought it would benefit me. I guess you're saying it doesn't benefit casters.
The mushroom for eating it.
Yeah.
Well, because you already have the potential to get level 9 spells. You just need to level up and reach it. So he's unlocked the potential. So if he levels up, then he can go into a caster class if he chooses.
Wait, who does?
Still.
So
Well, yeah, okay, Silly did.
It's not like he automatically
I'm really looking at,
gets
like, the stewardship
the
of them, but
spells.
then I got more selfish in like the monetary. I feel like I've been a bit twisted in my time in Paradise Bay, which has been very rough. I have a
Yeah.
little bit of a backstory there that I've been working on that hasn't been delved into yet. Because I came from the forest, so my time in Paradise Bay was fucked up. Not in like things I saw, but I just like hated it. But sort of realized the biggest thing in this society was money.
yeah.
Yeah, money and power.
And these things are worth money. What'd you say, Portini?
Money and power, you know.
Hey, there's sometimes they're related. Although in this universe there's magic, so.
True. Well, let's wrap up here if that's cool, and we will come back to it next time if everybody's available. Sounds like we're
Yeah, next week.
next week.
I should be.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. See you guys next time. Have a good rest of your evening. I will go and play the outro music now. Let me grab it real quick.
Bye.
I guess I couldn't stand it. Now I finally feel free as we explore this planet. Your help is what I need. Roll the dice and make your move. I've got nothing left to prove. I know that you will have my hand as we navigate the strange land. I know I was feeling trapped. What I needed was liberation. Now I know you got my back as we continue our exploration. Roll the dice and make your move. I've got nothing left to prove. I know that you